Okay then. So, previously on Lost. So you've continued further into the pyramid, moving past the corridor, which had a number of heads mounted on the wall, of a type of cat, a bear, a stag with part of its horn missing, and what looked like an eagle. Corym managed to successfully get this circlet out of the head of the eagle without getting caught by it. Dramos became distracted by a bluish light off a northern corridor, while the rest of you investigated a southern corridor, and Harbinger and Rastvyn got caught in a small room trap, which some previous people had died in. You found another corridor that was filled with corpses strung up on the wall, all apparently of long dead lizard folk, snake folk. You could make out that they had elongated necks in some cases, but not every case, and scales on their bodies. You carried along the southern corridor and found a huge room with row upon row of statues lined up. These were in the form of warriors, some armed with bows, some armed with swords and spears, which led up to a platform which had a sarcophagus on it, draped in cobweb. Initially, Rastvyn, cautious as ever, went straight up to have a look at it on his magic carpet, and then came back, got Harbinger and Corym, and went and investigated it. During this moment, Datura and her allies seized their advantage, seeing Dramos on his own with Till. She made the shots to take him down, along with the white type creature that you met there. Battle ensued. Maolmuire managed to hit her with his spiritual weapon, which revealed her, allowing Harbinger to put a compelled jewel on her. But despite that, and Dramos going down again and again, she managed to get clear of the compelled jewel and use some ability to pass through a gap in the door. You steeled yourself, removed the large copper bar on the door, pushed through, but no sign of Datura, only a block at the end. Rushing past the block as quickly as you can, Gartok having just taken a potion, you wheeled around the corridor and found another octagonal room with 2 bed pallets in there, each with a sleeping Goliath draped in dust and cobwebs. There was a platform in between them with all kinds of powders in jars and vases, and some doors at the edges of the room, and that is where we left it. Unbelievable that so little stuff could take 4.5 hours to do.
Before we proceed, is anyone able to help me with some of my wounds? If not, I'll take a potion.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume at this stage you are pausing at the threshold of this room.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming nobody's walking in. Obviously, there are traps all over the place. So, as I was saying to Harriet, if I see someone's token move somewhere where I think there's a trap, I'm having you.
Right, face sir.
Does it make more sense to be drinking potions right now rather than using spell slots?
Yeah, can do. Just asking. Yeah, I'm happy for that. Just I'm not
got
that
some,
into, but I'm enough.
Some bog standard potions.
I have
I'll
some
probably
bog
be
standard.
drinking one myself,
Not a load of
actually.
them, but I have some.
I do have
the
a
offer's there for you
superior
or anyone.
if you need it, Rastvyn.
No, I'm not that bad, thank you, Dramos. But I'm not necessarily at in a great shape, should we say?
How badly are you?
Keep the spells till we
About
will need them
2/3.
to.
I will take a potion. Where are my potions? Somewhere. Here you are. I drink one of my minor potions, Jamie.
Right.
Are you taking one as well, Maolmuire, are you?
No, apparently I spilt it.
But Maolmuire pours most of his potion onto the floor, just lapping at the last bits. He's shaking hands as he's trying to.
Oh man!
I follow suit and spill mine all
no.
over the floor as well.
Oh god.
Oh dear, that's awful. Only 4 points back for Rastvyn and 5 for Maolmuire. Wow. Must be a bad batch.
Yeah, I'm having with our friend when we get back to town.
Yeah.
Is there like a hole in the bottle? When your mate puts a hole in the bottom of your drinks bottle, you drink it.
Right. So, if we drank some potions, we need to keep moving, because we'll lose her, and Gartok's jacked right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if I remember right, I basically booted the door open, didn't I, last session?
Were there any tracks coming in here? Is it all this clear now? I forget.
There are tracks coming into here, and you can see the dust on the floor around where these two Goliaths sleep has all been disturbed, all around them and every direction.
Is it exiting out the doors?
Both of the doors, yes.
Okay. No, but there's tracks leading to both the doors, effectively.
There are.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I don't know if someone wants to check the floor for traps or whether we just follow the footsteps that are already here.
I can check if you want.
Or are we just walking past these women?
Do not touch anything in here, I reckon.
I'm going to go.
Keep going,
there,
let's follow her.
And I'm going to check for traps on the sort of area in front of me.
All right. Make
I'll lean over and touch Rastvyn and
traps like that way.
let me grant you some guidance.
Thank you. Is it investigation for traps?
You can perception then.
Perception?
If you look in, investigation if you touch it.
I'll also help. I'll help Rastvyn if he's going to.
You've guided him as well, so he's got an extra 1d4 if he wants on that.
What's the guidance? Is that if it's at any time, isn't it? For a minute?
No, it lasts a minute. It's concentration for me. It lasts a minute, and it's a d4.
21.
Whenever.
21. All right.
Was that with me aiding you?
That's no. I took that. I took it easy. If you're giving me guidance, I can. I assume that was what.
17, and then he's added the guidance on top.
So you look out, noticing that the floor panels are in a different configuration to everywhere else you've seen so far. Every corridor and room you've been in seem to follow this same pattern. Diamonds surrounded by rectangular and more of these triangles. And this room is a completely different layout. Lots of much smaller tiles laid out in these concentric arcs. You look at the areas where you see the ground has been disturbed. You can see nothing that would indicate any kind of a trap. Get your head down, see no tripwires. You think you're okay.
I am going to pull a patch off my robe.
Ooh.
And a 10-foot pole will appear.
Oh my god. This is like the first time in years.
In years, this has been going. I figured it's now or never.
Gold standard, that's one of those robes.
Yeah, is it yeah, a 10-foot pole. And I will tap the floor ahead of me.
Okay. You reach out with your pole, tapping the 5-foot area in front of you. Nothing depresses. You think it's okay.
I am going to step into that 5-foot area.
Okay.
Is the fire lit, by the way?
It is not.
Okay.
As you step out into the room, the dust is disturbed on the floor, just lifting up slightly and drifting across the room towards where these bodies are before it settles down again.
Is the dust the same dust we saw before?
It is not, but that dust is in the air again.
Right. Which way you want to go? East or north? I vote north.
North.
I am going to take a gulp of air, even though it's not the greatest air going. Or I'm going to wave the hands a bit to try and clear some air. Take a gulp of air, and holding my breath, I'm going to be doing the blind man tap around the edge of the room towards the north door. So I'll move it one step at a time, if you want. Oh, sorry. Let me go there. I'm tapping the square in front of Gartok, then moving. So I don't know what you want me to do as part of that, whether you want a generic roll or...
That's fine. It's fine. We've done an initial roll, so you're tapping the ground in front of you.
I'm going to be going there. Then, can you go in these squares here?
Yes,
I guess you can't actually.
You can. That's fine. Yeah.
Then, so obviously each tapping. Then
I'm going to follow in the
where I'm stepping
footsteps that Rastvyn has stepped in order to try and keep close.
Rastvyn, as you come around this side of the room, tapping on the floor, one of the Goliaths, the furthest one from you, their arm moves across their body down to the side.
Is that the one that's holding the rod?
It is.
Are they going for a weapon or anything?
Their arm moves very slowly from their chest down to the side of their body and then stops.
I'm going to pause a minute and just see what they do. Not pausing long, because I'm still holding my breath.
Okay. So the rest of the party, as you see, Rastvyn pauses, looking at the body.
I will look round the Goliath and sort of point.
All right.
You
You get closer, you can see... Oh, carry on. Sorry.
I'm just going to move up to the body that's nearest to me and just start checking over.
I haven't checked that area.
Just to see if I think they're actually... do I think they're actually sleeping? Do I think they're passed out? Do I think...
You look at the one closest to you next to the table. You can see their chest slowly rising and falling.
Does it seem to rise and fall at a normal rate for a sleeping Goliath?
I'm interested in Corym's backstory, which means he's observed many sleeping Goliaths.
Well, I've been
curious
adventuring
too.
one for quite a while. Well,
it looks, by all measure of what you've seen previously, Corym, you think it's at a normal, if somewhat slow rate.
Okay. I'll look around. Are there any kind of weapons to hand near these Goliaths?
You just see on the furthest one, the one who's holding this white rod-like thing.
If they're doing nothing else, I'm going to go to the next. There. And then I would go there. I'm sort of tapping, moving, and then glancing back over this Goliath. Or I'm assuming you mean this one here.
That's it. Now you're up to this point, you can see much clearer this central table. It has a scroll on the table, partially unravelled, which has some writing upon it. Again, there is a layer of dust upon the top of it. You can see there are two bowls. One of the bowls is piled high with a silverish powder. Not silver dust itself, but clearly like an alchemical powder which has flecks of silver throughout it, small spoons and measuring devices near it, along with a set of scales and other alchemical apparatus. A chair is positioned near this table, but that is also dust and cobweb covered.
Not touching it.
But I hazard a guess. Does it look like some kind of this just has maybe some kind of medicinal purpose?
Make a medicine check.
I guess. $17.
Certainly the equipment you've seen used in a medicinal format. It looks very similar to equipment you've seen at Yanev's place. The powder, however, some form of medicine perhaps, or not anything that you have the training in to recognise. Certainly not at the cautious distance you're at the moment.
Can I check the door in front of me for any traps as well, please?
Okay.
Ooh.
Make a roll, please.
What do you want? Is it perception again? Sorry.
Yes, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You look over the door. Down the crack in it. Every part of it you can see. You think it's okay.
Open the door.
Okay. The door opens easily, revealing another corridor which goes ahead a short distance and then turns to the left. This dust still hangs in the air in this corridor.
This is the sort of dust we see before and everywhere, isn't it?
Yes.
The tracks coming out of here, are they still like a chaotic lot? I'm trying to see if I can see any more recent ones, because we know Datura came this way roughly. So they want a survival check, or
you can do a survival check. That'd be good.
another dirty 20.
All right. Certainly, there's indication of movement up here, although the sides of the room, the walls along here still have most of their plaster intact, although there appears to be water dribbling from the ceiling down the plaster, making it bulge in various places along here. So it looks quite sturdy, and then there's a bit which is bubbled out with cracks along it as if it might collapse. And it looks in the very centre of the corridor where you can see that the grime has been disturbed. Also, the floor here has the more traditional pattern of tiling that you've seen elsewhere in the facility.
Does that look more recently disturbed, or still just a chaotic disturbance?
Still chaotic disturbance. You can't see any great details of it. The rest of the party start making their way through the room.
I'm actually going to go east. I'm doing the old tap trick as well, so I'll just move it one at a time and tell me if you want me to stop. Harbinger.
Oh yes.
Follow.
I'll have a look at the scroll that's and say it's open or partly open on the table.
Yes.
Without actually, well, it doesn't matter. I'll pick it up and see if I can read what's on it.
5,000 years.
What languages do you speak?
Nice.
Giant.
Common, deep speech, draconic, and elvish.
In deep speech. You're fully picking the scroll up to read it?
Yes.
Okay. This talks about the rulership of God. Not the gods, God. And how God has been in a constant war with the beings that dwelled before from the void. Here, it would seem, is where the chosen prepare to enter a sleep until such time as the other God will be born. There will be pretenders, but finally the true God and heir will be born. This silver powder, when mixed with water, can be sealed in a container which will create a gas once opened that will, when inhaled, allow you to sleep without aging for 5,000 years, awakening at the dawn of the Lord of Destiny.
Okay. Okay, the So the powder that's on the side.
Yep.
Don't mix it with water.
Make a perception check. Make a perception check, Corym.
Me?
Yes, please.
Perception.
Yeah.
That'll be a 19.
Okay. As you read the scroll and those words are striking true to you, looking off to where Rastvyn has looked up the corridor with the plaster with the bulging sides, you look up to the ceiling of this room and see here and there are drips and drops of water just plop, occasionally as it's crept through the stone and dropping. There are a couple of droplets on the table, although none appear to have hit this powder.
Okay, the powder. What kind of container is the powder in?
In a plate-like bowl.
Shit. Not like a tureen with a lid on.
No.
Okay. I shall get my shield and place my shield over the two. Is there one bowl or two bowls?
There is apparently one of these plate-like bowls with the silver powder, but there are other bowls and things around. There's another plate-like item nearby. Maolmuire, with his knife, approaches the closest of these Goliaths.
How subtly is he doing this? Can I see him?
How subtly are you trying to be, Maolmuire?
But is he actually looking?
Well, I'm still right next to him, as per the map.
Gartok's
Not
just like,
very.
I mean, are you looking towards the Harbinger
Okay.
about where you're stepping?
Not very subtle. Not very subtle. So I think we could say as much as Maolmuire, maybe not totally suspiciously, has pulled a knife out. It is a dangerous situation.
A big meaty hand is coming across my ear. Do not disturb them. And it's like kind of grabbing you and pushing you back.
I'm unlikely to stand against Gartok, so that I imagine I'll be pushed back a bit. But
Not like feet and feet, just like kind of just, forcefully against your chest to stop you going forward.
it would be better to fight this evil now than have them turn up behind us later.
Do not disturb the dust.
We already have one.
I'll lay
fight.
my shield over the plate of dust.
Okay. You maneuver your shield over the plate of dust. Can you make a sleight of hand check, please?
Knock it off the table. Like... Here comes the nat one.
Hang on.
This would be the longest lock-in in history.
5 sessions so far.
hopefully, if you go to sleep now, you'll wake up when the god of destiny has been dealt with already.
14. All right.
14.
You take the shield from your arm, grasping it with both hands, and move it over the top of the bowl. As you do, a drop of water just hits the top of it. You lower it down, one corner of the shield catching a vase to the side. The vase tumbles and starts rolling towards the edge of the table.
Someone grab it!
You put the shield down, covering the dust. Somebody wants to try and grab it.
Am I able to try and run across to try and grab it?
It's on the right, so it's falling off the table. Oh, hang on, I've got the wrong thing here.
Am I the person who has to grab it? Because look at... Oh.
It's right there. So if it's down to anybody, I think it's...
Oh, fuck. Alright, I'll try and grab it.
I could jump across the bed.
I will...
Goliath.
It would probably cause less disruption, to be honest.
Actually,
Did you say it was a vase that was falling off?
It was, yes. Harbinger's running to grab it then.
I step forward and reach out one.
Sleight of hand check from Harbinger as you run forward, your arm out to try and grab it.
I'm turning my head away and kind of clamping my hand over my mouth at this point.
Come on.
As it falls off, I will hold my breath.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like that's what's needed. Oh, come on. I'm making it worse. Where's sleight of hand? Oh, don't fuck me
Oh,
now.
the tension.
Seventeen.
Okay, Harbinger throws herself, landing flat out on the floor with one arm as the thing rolls and just lands neatly in her hand.
Where's Darius?
Is there any silver dust in that thing?
Does it feel like there's anything
It
inside?
feels weighty, as if there is something inside it. Yes.
There's something in it.
Why have you put your shield on the
Cover.
table?
Do not let it get. Do not let it get wet. Cover it.
Well, I'm practically dripping.
The
I put that antiperspirant on.
the scroll states that that if this substance is mixed with water, then it can put you into a deep sleep, the same as that which affected Kellen.
All right, I'm
I
going
would
to.
suggest that we tread carefully around here and maybe look at decanting this dust into a more suitable container.
I will put my hand on the top to hold the lid in place.
Right.
Because I presume it's got a lid.
It does not have a lid.
Oh,
It's just
it
an
doesn't have a
open
lid.
top.
Oh, right, okay. Well, then I will very carefully stand it up
Okay.
and just pop it on the floor under the table.
All right. You slide it under the table, stood upright.
Oh.
So, Corym, your shield rests upon top of this bowl, preventing any exposure for this stuff.
We need to get out of here.
Right. Has anyone got?
I've got some vials.
Are they dry?
I've got
And
2 dry ones and one.
I've got some
Non-dry.
freshly washed vials, still wet from the washing.
I have 2 dry vials.
Imagine if you had a bag of Holden, you just filled it full of the gas, and then when somebody came up, you just went.
It might affect
Imagine
you as
you
well
had a
until
bag of
trouble.
Holden.
That'd be cool.
You know we don't need to imagine that, don't you?
It seems possible now with this information, and given the context of where Kellen encountered all of that gas before, it may have been that your Goliath vampire friend had not died as such, but possibly been put to sleep, awaiting the fulfillment of this birth of the new god.
Water in one vial,
We-
powder in the other, cap on, tie a little rope between them, and then fling it at him.
Well, I'm not thinking about him. I'm thinking that's a good, safe way of getting to Tura if she really doesn't want to come.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how safe it would be with us being in the area.
Can we use the coffins in some way to deliver this powdered leaping concoction?
Ooh, nice. I like that idea.
It would only work if the lid was open on the other side. That is a good idea. I think
Yes. At least there's a backup if it was.
So how do we get to the other coffin? We're at
back
the
at the
pyramid.
Temple
Our
of
coffin
Darius.
is back at the Temple of Darius, and the other coffin, when we used it the second time, we did not see any water come out of the first one.
I think
And the water stayed in, didn't it? Did the water stay in the coffin, or did it go out?
We didn't see any water fall.
It
If
did
we-
disappear from the first coffin, though, didn't it?
From memory.
First nothing.
we need to keep moving now anyway, because like I said, Gartok's jacked. So
I'm assuming Corym wants his shield back.
Yes, I would.
Realistically, you spent a couple of minutes in this room now.
okay, so let's
How long does your potion last, Gartok?
1 hour. So I'm thinking I've probably spent between 5 and 10 minutes total.
Realistically, should we say 10 minutes? 10 minutes.
Fair.
we need to everybody who is not picking up any of this stuff in a vial, get out of the room. Follow Gartok. Go into that corridor.
Yeah, I will look sternly at Maolmuire and just stormed off.
What else is on the table? Is there anything that looks as though we could possibly store this powder in safely?
There's a bottle that has a crack in the side. No lids for any of the containers here.
Right. Are the blankets on the Goliaths?
No, they just lay as they are. A blanket of dust and cobwebs, no more.
Okay.
Is the Goliath that moved her arm still moving, or is she stopped moving?
She's stopped moving altogether.
Right. Well, I would suggest that we don't stay in this room. Once everyone has removed themselves from the room, I will take my shield back and follow behind you.
I'd like a perception check from Dramos, please.
Dirty 20.
The closest, as you're looking to where the wand-like item is, your eye casts over these sleeping Goliaths, looking for similar things. You notice that the hand that is holding a wand also has a platinum bracelet around it, caked in dust, but that white silver is unmistakable. In the same vein, the other one wears an amulet around her neck, made of electrum. Again, caked with dust and cobwebs. As you glance closer at them, Dramos, you can see the parts of cobwebs that cover their nose and mouths actually moves in and out with their breath.
Maolmuire will turn to Dramos and whisper, is it usual for these fiends to breathe?
Gartok breathes. I believe these are normal Goliaths who are under the curse which Kellen is. The one is breathing still.
I will nod in the affirmative. It is true, I believe the same.
The one is wearing an amulet and the other is wearing a bracelet. It may be worth trying to take them before we leave.
Our mission is to tour, is it not? The more we dally over these, we're setting off traps.
Yes, let us pick them up on our return rather than it may place us in more danger. We do not know. We would not wish to wake them.
I think we want to fight with all this powder and water around, do we?
I am thinking of the return journey. If we remove the shield, we have nothing to contain or stop the water touching the powder.
I have some vials. We could see how much you get in the 2 vials.
We have the table itself. The table. What's the table made out of?
Table is made out of wood.
Is it well fitted wood, or is it just some rickety old?
It looks like at one point it looked like it was a well-made table. It's been here for a very long time.
Of course it has.
If I look out into the corridor that we've just come from, is there water dripping through there?
There is. It's fair to say that most of the places where you've seen the plaster collapse has probably been through to water damage, as water has just over time seeped through the ground and through the ceiling of this underground lair.
You say the corridor that Gartok's just gone down is also water damaged, isn't it?
There it is. It is.
Why don't you lift the shield and place it underneath for now?
Yes.
Is it wet on the floor, Jamie?
Yeah, it's not overly wet. There's just damp.
We'll have possibly one chance to retrieve these items.
Why would these vampires leave these two sleeping creatures here, alive, untouched?
Ceremonial?
I
You're
think
waiting.
it's-
They're like the vampires have left them. I think a lot of this complex has been under this spell. Maybe these are due to awake soon. Maybe 5,000 years has passed. Maybe these were more recent than the vampire itself. Or maybe the vampire is more resistant to the sleep and slumber.
Has Corym shared the information that he found out?
About the powder.
Yeah.
I've said what I've said about the powder, yeah.
No, not about the powder. About they're waiting for destiny.
No, I didn't say anything about
Okay.
that.
Jamie, are the doors here? Do they open in towards the corridor or out?
They
towards the
open
door?
into the corridors.
Into the corridor.
Harbinger, would you care to lend your shield for a while and you take mine? I'd prefer to still keep this powder covered, but I think my shield may be more useful than yours. And I'd be willing to lend it to you for a while.
I'd be honoured to carry your shield, Corym, for today.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically, once Harbinger comes over, I'll take her shield off her. I'll cast guidance on myself, make myself more sure, and then I'll lift my shield off carefully,
Okay.
in no rush, and whilst holding my breath, and then I'll take Harbinger's shield and place that on top.
I'm moving out to the room to follow Gartok to make sure he's not up to any. Well, he's safe effectively. So I'm going to go up to here with my tap 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 routine.
Okay, the tap 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 routine. So, Corym, can you make a sleight of hand check for me, please?
Oh, thank God for that. Oh, I just saw that roll. It was on the 3 and it just dropped down to 7. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay. Doing the old Indiana Jones and the bag of sand. No, you peeled your shield off and slide the other one in place without any trips getting into there. Successfully.
I'll pass my shield over to Harbinger.
I'll look
I
after
think you will
you,
find
Corym.
this very useful. It's a +1 shield
Go on.
with a big symbol of Darius on the front.
I like it. I like it a lot. I was less moral. I wouldn't try and keep it.
She's probably going to keep it then. You know what she's like, murdering bitch.
Exciting. Oh my goodness, the sword's on here.
Yes, I did say I'd put the sword on.
Yeah, but it's got a name. That's exciting.
Oh. I've got a curse attached to it then.
Yeah, probably.
What, is it that long sword that does the damage against vegetables?
Yep.
Carrot.
Can I have a...
You laugh. You know this is going to come in handy one day.
Can I have a bit of a closer look at the amulet?
All right. You go over and look at the amulet. So it hangs around the neck with a chain. There is what looks to be a disc-like end to this pendant, as much as an amulet, rather. It's set with a gem on the side it's facing to you. But a lot of the detail is obscured by the fact that it's covered in dust and cobwebs. It moves up and down with the chest of the Goliath that it's mounted on.
I'll be moving up to Gartok, just behind him. And I'll inspect the door if the others are thinking what they're doing.
Honestly, I'd have probably just opened it if I got to the door.
Oh, right.
I'm going.
Right, okay. Well, after I pass the shield back, I'm going to make my way round as well. Good there.
I'll look to Dramos and Maolmuire after you.
Sorry, I missed that.
She fingers Dramos.
I just say after you to the two remaining people in the room, Maolmuire and Dramos.
We got stabby and pinchy.
Pinchy,
Yes, of course.
Curious.
He's doing the work of Gar.
Doing the work of God. Yeah, how does he feel about people who are sort of dead, but not quite dead, but also alive, but shouldn't
I
be?
think you know how he feels. I think you know how he
Well,
feels.
you don't age, technically. They should still be alive.
I will begrudgingly move towards the door.
Yeah.
Albeit very slowly.
You've already got a cool necklace anyway.
Maybe I just like necklaces.
I might steal it for Dramos now to remind you.
You're like a pimp with all these necklaces on him.
Okay.
I
Till,
will,
can you make a perception check for me, please?
Oh Christ, yeah. I mean, I'll see if I can make it. That's 17.
Okay. Looking along the corridor to where you can see Corym has just gone around the corner, you can see a huge section of the plaster behind him has bulged out and split. Where it's split, there's water running out of the plaster, just dribbling down the floor. Looks like that plaster might give.
We might need to go.
It's
I'll say so.
so the section of wall is right there where the plaster is weak.
What, there?
Right, what?
That's sorry, I can't see that.
I was going to say, is it near me, did you say?
Yeah, it's. Can you not, guys, not see it? It's right. So right on that bit.
No, we can't see where you're pointing.
It's still.
No.
Yeah,
Next to where Corym is it not coming up when I?
No.
Like here.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
to
can
the
only see my name.
Kind of there.
Yeah,
That
same.
point.
Yeah. I can't see anybody else's clicks.
Oh,
I can only see
Mine,
my
there.
name.
I'm gonna reload it.
Oh yeah, I
Interesting.
can see my name. as well.
It's in the square that's to the right of Corym, anyway, on that
Yeah,
corner.
Okay.
This one.
All right.
We might need to move
I'll say
the.
till.
The wall looks like it's going to give. We might not be able to get through to see the others.
Alright, we need to move. Maolmuire, Dramos. Onward.
I will walk around. I will reach and. Are you going to tell us why, Till, or?
Well, it's bulging out.
My connection to the server has been interrupted for Roll20.
Yeah.
I'm going to reload it.
Yeah,
That's
a
what
little
mine
bit.
says. Okay.
I'm going to move around and I'm going to reach under the table with the information that Till's given us and take the vase. And then we're going to leave the room.
How high up is this wall bulging, Jamie?
It's bulging from about head height down to about 3 feet off the ground, so there's 3 feet of plaster, which is bulging out.
Do you think it's high enough for a dwarf to put a shield against?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Till's gonna go up, so it's very obvious for everybody what's happening. I'm just gonna hold my not press against it, but just enough so that if it tries to split anymore. Hold on. Okay.
Be careful with that, Dramos.
So that if it tries to split anymore, I'll at least feel it, or it'll just stop it from doing that little bit.
Okay. Hang on, I'm just reloading the map up again.
Just putting my shield against it so that it's enough to.
I can see everybody else's name now.
Can you see my little circle thingy?
Oh, 1 second.
I just saw like a purpley one. Come do it again, Jamie.
Next to Corym?
No.
Still not coming up? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone came up.
That's me clicking.
Oh yeah.
Who's up?
You're on now, Jamie. I can see that.
There we go. How about that? I'll put a square on it.
Sure.
Can't see the square.
I can't either.
Hang on, I think there might. Is there some lag?
Yeah, square's
the
power is
yeah,
there.
yeah.
The lag.
All right.
Archie's gone to put the kids
Oh,
to
there
bed,
we
so Maolmuire will be following us.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll start kind of. I'll move towards the door.
Is putting the kids to bed a euphemism for killing the Goliaths?
No, he's put in the chat that he's putting the kids to bed. Drag me along, please. No trouble.
Well, I know dropping the kids off at the pool is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what that's used for. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so Till, to be clear, you've gone up and you pushed your shield up against this plaster. All right. So you brace it.
I'm like shoving against it, just
holding it up. As you sort of apply some pressure to it, water runs more rapidly down and splatters onto the floor around your feet.
I'm going to wait for Harbinger to come through the door, hand on the door handle, waiting for her to come through, and I'm going to close the door after her.
Maolmuire banged on the door.
leave Maolmuire
And
behind.
Malomire's obviously coming with us.
Yeah.
I'm talking for Archie, but Malomire's come with us. Kicking, screaming.
These people are already dead. They should go to Gar.
Yes, Mal, we will sort that out afterwards, but come through the door.
They are already with Gar, really. I'm going full Emperor with it.
Whilst they're doing that, Jimmy, can I check this door over before I ask Gartok to open it up?
I think I would have just opened it when I got to it. I think I got to it first.
Well then.
Okay, in that case, Gartok, you open the door and you are hit with this god-awful stench. The room you're in, like many of the rooms you've been in, obviously carved from the same material. How you can see part of the ceiling has collapsed and refuse has just dropped into this area. All over the floor are remains of long digested animals, filth, effluents and whatnot. And scuttering around over this are 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 of these large bug-like creatures, each emitting a dim glow from their abdomen. They're skittering along the floor, apparently paying you no heed at the moment. The smell is awful to the point you have to hold your hand back to your nose just to try and avoid from gagging from it. Rastvyn, you get the same feeling from this room.
Any exits from there?
There's an exit in the opposite wall and an exit in the northern wall.
I can't see any map.
Yeah,
there.
I'm just about to do it. I'm just about to do it. It's an unusual shaped room, so I need the polygon reveal.
Polygon reveal.
Revealing a Pokemon, eh?
Oh my word. You said the opposite. Do you mean up the north bit there?
So there's one there. Yep, you can spot on there, and one there.
Oh, I don't think this is the right way to come.
Are they like glowing dung beetles?
Is it open to the air above? If you look up, is there like?
It looks like it's not open to the air as such, but you can see there's an area where what looks like wet, fluid brown mulch has poured through the ceiling and blocked it, but it sort of dribbles through. Large enough for these bugs to be able to potentially get in and out of if they went through it, and maybe yourselves, but it would not be pleasant.
No, it stinks. No.
Perfect size.
I'm not going to be able to hold this wall for much longer.
Do we need to get back down and around? Till, what's wrong with the wall?
It's about to burst.
About to burst. With water.
Get the others round here, quick.
There's no exit this way.
There's no exit?
It's full of bugs and refuse and shite. There are exits, but wouldn't recommend going through it.
Let's come this way.
You've got about 10 seconds to decide which way to go.
Close the door and we'll come back through. We need to close this door afterwards.
Are we going back? Go back and go east?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm quickly walking back here, opening the door and just heading east. I'm not tapping this time.
Right.
Right, so you're going to come past me?
Come past you, come down here, and I'm heading over to this wall. If you want to follow me, you can, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just coming over to there.
Okay.
Is there water pouring down at the moment into the room itself?
No. The bit where Till is, because he's applied a tiny amount of pressure, it's like there's all water held behind that plaster, and that pressure sort of forced it out of the crack in the plaster and to dribble down onto the floor. The rest of the place has just got the odd drip of water. It's not flooding in any way. Gartok,
Right.
you're stood at the threshold of this room as everybody's moved away.
Can I? Obviously, there's a whole ton of like carcasses and whatnot. Can I see like a clear path that anyone's made through it?
Make a perception
Towards one of
check.
either of the doorways?
I'll take a perception check from this rather than a survival.
Just an 11.
You catch a glimpse. You can't see a specific path through as anybody's disturbed something anyway. It's just too chaotic in there, and because the bugs are moving around on top of everything, then they're moving it around as well. You catch a glint of something just shiny in there before a bug runs over it and it gets covered over in another mass of brown effluence.
Both the doors look, from what I can see from here, they look identical in terms of the doorways.
They do.
From what I can tell.
Yep, that's right.
I feel this is the way we need to go.
Jamie?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to get my pouch of money, empty it out into my bag of holding,
Okay.
and I'm moving back over here and try and pour that powder under the table into the pouch.
You're going to try and pour the powder into your pouch.
Into my pouch, and then pull the pouch close.
Okay.
I'm holding my breath. I'm trying to keep clear of water. And I'm doing it under the table to not get drips on it effectively.
So you're doing that. You crouch down next to that. Harbinger's next to you. Can you make a sleight of hand check, please, Rastvyn?
All over the floor and back.
There goes nothing.
But-
Oh!
Does it feel like there's more pressure on the wall, Jamie? Or is it
21.
It's standard Till. It feels like you're kind of holding it in place and it's not giving because you're there holding it. You feel like it's bulged enough that it may give at any moment.
Okay.
Rastvyn,
Don't move till...
you easily pour the powder from this vase into your pouch. And as you do, it impacts the bottom of the pouch, and the pouch burns through, and the powder out onto the floor. Can you and Harbinger make a con check, please?
Are we inhaling the gas, or is it...
You're holding your breaths.
Oh. Go on, Harbinger.
Alright.
Is that with the +4 as well, Harbinger, or is that +4 on top?
You're
10.
alright, you're alright.
Okay.
That's enough, right? That's enough?
The powder dissipates, spreads low level over the ground, and then gently settles to the floor. You hold your breath as it settles. No ill effect that you can tell.
Find out in an hour.
So I had hoped to remove the powder and stop it from being. When Till moved, that water's going to flood into here, and this place is going to be filled with smoke with sleeping gas.
We need to take the stuff now then.
It's all over the floor now.
It does dispel. It doesn't necessarily stay in that room. And we know that Maolmuire can use gust. So we just need to be aware that this is likely the scenario when we come back this way. Carrying the stuff on us is also, unless you're planning on using it as a weapon, not incredibly sensible based on the fact that a lot of the rooms we've been in before have been filled with water, or we're all likely to fall in water at some point. So unless you've got some idea of what you want to do with it, I reckon we leave it as it is, and we are just super cautious if we make it out this way.
It's burned through the pouch as well, so you can't. You need a.
Dramos is carrying a container of it right now.
Perhaps these containers have been treated in some way to hold it.
So you
But
live
the dust is all over the floor now, Jamie. Yeah, it's like a big dump of dust all over the floor.
That's right.
Yeah. I like the comment. Right, we've got two choices. Are we going back up north and through that refuse-filled room, or are we all trying to make our way down here? If we make our way down here, Till might be trapped. We've got to go to the carrion room.
We need to go north now.
Yep. All landed back up again, round to Gartok. Till, don't move.
Up there, up there.
We will close the doors behind us, though.
Yeah, I'll be waiting in the doorway until everybody's through it. I'll re-close the door.
Or we could open the door to the east, and they come and rush us. We could run out until could let his bomb go off.
It's not gonna flood all out of the wall.
It might.
It will when Till moves.
If I move, the whole thing might collapse in.
He's holding it back.
All the plaster and everything started bulging from the wall, and it's all trickling down a crack.
Harbinger, are you coming back this way or staying where you are?
What's the hold up back there? Rastvyn, where did you go?
I've spilt the powder on the floor, trying to put it into a pouch to take it away from that
Did
room.
you bring your shield back, or did you just leave your
That
shield?
That was careless.
The shield's still on the table.
It burned straight through the pouch. I put it in the pouch perfectly well, but it burned through the pouch itself.
Ah, maybe it's
It seems to need a special container or something. I don't.
maybe some kind of ceramic.
Oh,
It doesn't work on leather cloth pouches anyway. We need to go this way because I'm worried that when Till moves, there's water going to flood down there, and we're going to be filling the room, and he wouldn't be able to join us if we went east.
I'll close the door again. Can I have a look at the bottom of the door to see if there's any gap?
It's quite close to the ground, but maybe half an inch worth of gap.
Mr. Chalmeen.
Okay. I've got nothing. No equipment to put down. I will take off my. Oh man, this is probably a stupid move, but I'm going to take off my jacket. I'm going to roll it up. I'm going to stuff it down at the bottom of the doorway where the gap is.
Okay.
Because if there's half an inch gap, any water that trickles down is going to go straight onto that floor. So I'm going to put that down as kind of to try and prevent any initial flood, and then start moving up.
Okay.
All the floor's full of shit, isn't it, in there?
Basically.
I'm definitely getting my carpet out.
I'm assuming Maolmuire will follow as well.
He's back now.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm following.
Just let's take a moment just to fill
Get
Maolmuire
to the top of
in,
the corridor then.
so he knows what's going on here.
Quick summary. Till is holding back the plaster with his shield. It looks like there's a little water coming out of it, so Till is just where that red square is. I've just tried to put the powder into my pouch so that it wouldn't get filled with water that's probably going to pour out of the crack that Till's in. It's burned straight through the bottom of the pouch and gone all over the floor in that room.
Oh no.
So we're avoiding
Always
that room.
alkali. So it physically burnt through with some sort of alchemical property.
Oh, okay. And what is it doing when it's on the floor?
Just sort of moting around and not doing much, but I think when it's mixed with a lot of water, which might happen when Till moves, it's going to flood that room with water and fill it with the gas. So if Till was left up here holding that wall back and we went east, he'd be trapped. Or very sleepy.
Well, why
So we're going
don't
north
we
to
get
this
the...
room which is filled with debris, it stinks, and we're going to try and make our way over with all these bugs around.
Why don't we push the dust into the corridor where we came from? Because we know we're never going to want to go back in there.
Can you do that?
The floor was covered with water. I would not recommend
Right.
doing that.
Okay, fair enough.
We just make our way through here and see what happens. I'm gonna get on my carpet, or get on the carpet, and then anybody else want to come with me?
I'll look up here, and I'll point to the door to the north of us. Take me to that door.
Are you coming on as well?
I'll get on the carpet.
Okay.
Gartok.
Rastvyn, as you lay out the carpet and it rises just a few feet off the ground, all of the beetle-like creatures in the room stop what they're doing. Small wing-like extrusions come from their back and they all turn to face the entrance of the corridor.
Till's like, nope.
I'm gonna
Go
deactivate
back
the carpet.
You gonna what, sorry?
Deactivate the carpet.
Okay, there's a moment more while they're all sort of looking, and then one of them moves away and starts moving through some refuse again.
I think these are attracted to magic.
Why can I hear flying?
Put the carpet away. I think that would be a bad idea.
If we're going to do something, we need to run through the room.
Going through.
The water is not going
Oh,
to be
he's
held
gone.
off long.
I'm gonna.
It's like the flood, Dad, being held back behind the plaster.
we don't fully
It's
know.
not a huge amount, it's just water is slowly pulled up behind there, making like almost a blister, if you will, ripe for popping.
I know this is going to go down.
So two things that'll happen: either it'll burst and there'll just be like a bucket of water and then nothing, or I move, it bursts through and then water keeps coming through. But at the minute, water's just trickling down my shield onto the floor, and there's a big blister.
Let's move.
I'm following Gartok. If he's making progress and they don't seem to be attracted to him in any great deal, I'm going to follow.
Yeah, I'm just moving through. You know, they're doing their thing, I'm doing my thing. I'm going to ignore them if they ignore me. I'm just going to make my way towards that doorway.
Alright.
Can
And,
I,
open it when I get there if I can.
Till, I move faster than you. I will hold the shield. You may need to move quickly.
I should be able to spin round fast enough. I mean, water will mostly take the laziest route,
Okay.
so...
If you're sure.
Yeah.
How
My
forceful
plan,
was the
Jamie.
water?
when everybody starts moving like towards the corridor and things, my plan is to go from holding to like lie flat against the wall with the shield still on the crack, and then like spin.
Alright. Are you going to do that
Spin
now?
off the wall. Yeah.
You going to do that? Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh, it's my dump stat. That'll be fun.
Nearly
Oh,
went,
that's 16.
nearly went full Sid James there.
Ooh, that's 16.
Okay, Till, you roll your shield away. As you do, a huge chunk of the plaster splashes on the floor, disintegrating on impact and spraying everywhere. You can see as the plaster hits parts of the wall, it almost sizzles as bits of smoke come off it, and then drops down to the floor and settles. Some dust rises up into the air from where the plaster was, thick and white all through this bit of corridor.
I'll be running away from that.
Gartok, you stepped into the room going ankle deep in this muck. The beetles pay no attention to you initially, but as you get closer, the closest two of them pause and those wings extend again. None of them approach you, but they're paying particular attention to you. And then also you see one of them is sort of veers just a fraction towards Rastvyn.
If I can get to the doorway, I'll just open it.
Okay. You reach the handle and just pull the door. It reveals another length of corridor with a streak of brown into it where it looks like water from this room has flowed into there underneath the door. The beetles still focused and watching on you.
I'll take a step away from them, see if they pay any heed.
They still stay exactly the same. Don't move any closer.
I'm following Gartok's footsteps, or trying to. I know he's probably got a longer stride than me.
Okay.
Gartok's hard to keep up with.
One of them scutters a bit closer, gets right next to Harbinger.
Just leave him alone. Don't touch him.
Moving.
Harbinger, batter up.
Keep trying to follow the other two.
Nope, I've been hidden.
Oh, we've lost them.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Gartok, from your point of view, a long corridor extends off into the darkness. Everyone else, you move through the room, and these beetles scutter maybe a bit closer. None of them seem to engage you, try to attack you or anything, but they do pay your party particular interest as you get closer into the room. Without too much further trouble, admittedly with badly stained and smelling feet and ankles, you can make it across into this corridor.
Yeah. That was disgusting.
Does anybody know what those creatures were?
They seem to be attracted to magical essence. When I tried to use the carpet, they immediately reacted to it.
Did they?
The scavengers, they're eating corpses. of
Perhaps they
animals.
consume magic or are attracted to magic. Quite good to have one as a pet, almost. Maybe a newfound way of doing detect magic.
Start
Maybe
wandering
there's a
now.
reason they're in that room then.
Like a sniffer dog.
I think it looks like the stuff is poured into there from above. I don't know whether it's just...
Yeah, it was in the slope of muck was in that top corner. I don't know if you can see my red circle now.
Yeah.
That's where it poured down from the ceiling into the room.
I knew
Right.
I should have learned prestidigitation.
I'll start moving along the corridor behind Gartok.
I think I'm following effectively. You're in the middle normally, aren't you, Harbinger? So I'll go just in front of you. Do you want to use this pole, Gartok?
I'll just yank the mace on my back. It's probably it's probably as long, if not longer, than your pole.
It's not 10 foot long.
It feels it to me. It feels it.
Ding dong.
I'll close this door behind me. If the door's still there, Jamie.
I'll just keep on walking. As long as I don't meet any obstructions, I'll just keep on methodically moving my way down.
I think I'm following 5 foot behind Gartok, or leaving him step ahead and following.
All right.
Assuming I think Harry's gone. Harbinger's doing the same.
So along the sides of the room, you can see there are more examples of these urns that you've seen in other places around. Just small stone plinths sticking out of the wall with the urns along the side of them.
Did that wall gush water, or was it okay?
Seems to be quite dry.
No, I'm asking Till. Did that wall?
Did it carry on pouring, Jamie, or did it just
Just
collapse?
once that amount of that bit collapsed and the water that was behind it poured out, it just went back to a steady, odd dribble.
It may have been a false
I think it's more of how much water came out of that bulge. Was there enough to trickle down to the?
Did the bulge just instantaneously appear behind Corym? Jamie, or was it
No,
like
it didn't instantaneously appear. It was likely just there, and while you were looking up the corridor where it was, you saw it.
May have been a false alarm, but safety first in this place.
Stop!
Safe to
Everybody
say we're
stop!
moving.
Everybody stop! As Gartok is moving forwards, tapping the ground with his mace, there's a clunk, and a brass door slides down between Harbinger and Rastvyn, and right in front of Gartok, trapping Corym, Rastvyn, and Gartok in part of the corridor.
So is it in front of our now or behind me?
If you move back 1 square,
When you move back in front of me, I think.
Yeah, there's like 2 thick black lines there. Dimension door again.
so there's one come on, let me draw the shape. One there, and one there. So encasing this piece of corridor with 2 sliding doors that come down right in front of your face, Harbinger, slam into the ground.
In truth, I think if Gartok has pressed the thing in front of him, I'd probably be more behind him. Because I was following his path.
Fair enough.
I need to go and help Chris for 1 minute.
Sure.
I'll be back in a second. Apologies, guys.
No problem.
Thank you, guys.
So the doors are 2 big bronze sheets of metal, basically.
Are they sheets of metal or is it
Yes,
just
they
a
are.
gate? Or...
Yeah, big heavy sheets of metal.
Would you technically class that as a door?
We could call it a wall now, if you like.
You could. It's not like there's no hinge nor handle or anything like that.
If I put my hand on it, does it feel magical?
You get no sense from it. Although you do hear a shh sound.
Oh shit.
Does the sound like it's in our area of the corridor or behind the metal sheet?
Corym, Gartok, from 6 rectangular holes in the ceiling, sand starts to pour into this corridor.
Oh, fuck.
Scattering all over the floor.
I'm going to do what I do best. I'm just going to try and beat my way through the panel in front of me and to start smashing my way through it.
All right.
I'm big and dumb, you know. I hit things. That's what I do.
I like to punch things.
It's in my way, so I'm going to go through it. That's what I do.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Dong.
17 to hit it for 12 damage.
17 to hit it. You slam the mace hard into the wall. There's an almighty gong, like hitting a gong, and you can see a big indent in the wall. The sand pours in, reaching your ankles in height.
If there's an
Keep
indent
hitting
in
it,
it,
Gartok.
can I force my hand in and try and lift it?
You might have something more useful up his sleeve.
You're welcome to try.
We hear
Athletics.
them quite well this
Yeah,
time.
can you make an athletics check with disadvantage?
I get advantage anyway from any kind of lifting or
So
pulling, pushing.
straight roll then.
Just 18.
Okay, you put your hands inside the space and brace yourself. It doesn't move. It feels like there's something locked on the top of it to prevent it from sliding back up.
Go back to hitting it then. Unless
Okay.
someone stops me.
Sand continues to pour in, getting knee height.
Did Gartok just try and lift it then?
Yes, he did.
Did you use the extra strength you've got?
Yep.
Oh, crap.
I rolled really low, to be fair.
Okay, so you've taken 2 rounds in there. Rest of the party are outside. You can hear this shh, and then you hear the boom muffled sound from the other side of the door.
I will shout back to everyone. Obviously, Till's next to me, but I'll shout back. There's something wrong. Something's happening in there.
As soon as that wall fell, I've run to a house. Fuck the squishies and that.
You know, I might tempted to try and fuck up the door as well. Should I try and beat it down? I'll look at the others.
Let us try and lift it together.
Okay. All right. I have some climbing pitons.
What have I got?
Could I try and slide a climbing piton under the door, like try and get it underneath, like jam it under?
Okay. So I'm going to say, because of round length of round, you've taken 6 seconds. What should we do? What should we do? So you get a piton out, presumably in your backpack,
Yeah.
and then you start trying to tap it under the door. Is that what you're trying to do to get some leverage? All right, Gartok, you can make your second attack.
Dirty 20 for 14 damage. Do I just get 1 attack per round, or do I get my both or 2 attacks?
You
for
can
my
make
attack
both
action?
attacks if you want.
Yeah, I'm just going just hard. Until you tell me to stop, I'm going to keep hitting it. Basically,
Well,
That's what I'm doing.
we're going to go on a round by round basis. So time's important.
Another 10 damage.
Okay. So Gartok slams into it twice, deepening the dent he's already made. The sound reverberates, but the door shows no sign of moving. Back on the other side, Harbinger, you've knocked a piton in, and as you do that, sand starts to pour out from underneath the door, just a fraction from this small amount you've lifted it up.
Can we try and get some more leverage on this piton? I'll say. I guess. Can I like put it under like much like you would a crowbar?
Put what under there, sorry?
A dagger I'm not using.
Keep putting the piton for like a little bit up, further under.
You will only, because the pitons are only quite small, you'll only get a tiny amount of clearance, and certainly not enough to get any leverage.
I'll hold out a dagger towards the Harbinger and say, here, try something sturdier.
All right, I will because it's further, with the gap that's created by the pit on. I will slide the dagger under.
Okay.
And then I will try to lift it a little, and I would like to try and make enough space for us to grab the door underneath, so that multiple people could maybe like put their hands under.
Harbinger, ask if there's anything on the other side.
I'll shout, "What's on the other side?"
We can see the
Filling
sand.
up the stand! Oh, can we hear?
Yeah, you can hear. You can just about hear it.
It's filling up the stand!
But the sound of the sand is really loud, like a roar. You can just hear Harbinger's voice muffled through the door.
Is there another door, and how far away?
Rastvyn, have you got any tricks up your sleeve to get us out of here?
Yes.
I'll shout through, "Is there another door? Is there another way out?"
We're going forward or back to the party?
Gartok is pounding away at the far door, trying to get through it. He's made big dents in it. He's tried to lift it.
Party?
Party.
Is there another door?
Leave the door alone. Is it? What is this door like? How thick is it? Do we have a idea how thick it is, or?
It's slammed down pretty hard, pretty quickly, but you think maybe 3-4 inches thick.
Fuck.
Gartok, to me.
It's about waist deep now for Rastvyn and Corym, and a little bit lower for Gartok.
I am going to pull a patch off my rope and slap it onto the door.
Okay.
The patch will form a window up
That's
to a
cool.
2 foot thick, and
Okay.
we shall climb through the window.
So Rastvyn pulls off the patch and slaps it onto the thing. Oh, it like glows for a second, and this window emerges, which immediately bursts open. The sand is a bit lower than the level of it, but it's rising quickly towards there.
2 feet wide by 4 foot,
Like a
and it
big
goes up to
funnel.
2 feet deep.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, you've made a cavity in the door.
We'll try and get Gartok out of it.
Gartok probably pounded it again in that time. So he pounded on the door again while you were talking about that. I would have thought, Gartok, you were continuing to pound, weren't you?
Correct.
That's what she said.
Gartok's taking that door to Pound Town.
Okay. Yeah, so a window appears. Rastvyn, you can climb through it if you wish.
I'm going to climb through it.
Okay. No roll is necessary. You need to work to extract your legs from the sand that's all around you. But you manage to lever yourself over and out into the corridor where everybody else is waiting.
I'll be assisting, like, as they come through the window. as
Yeah.
From what I can see, that's permanent.
well. That's permanently got a.
I'm running out of tricks, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you don't mind me saying that was your best one yet.
All right. So, Gartok, what are you doing?
Back.
Can I,
Sorry, Ross, you going to say?
That's alright, carry on.
No, come on, Ross. What were we going to say?
Oh, it's alright, I was going to say, can I just have a look behind and see what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, one of the beetles has scuttled into the corridor. And it's just
Did they
sitting.
open the door? Because I closed the door.
The door was shut. The door can just be pushed open quite easily, so it's...
Come
It's just one of them sitting at the end of the corridor. It's not fluttering its wings, just sitting there.
Is it watching us?
Yes.
Is it what?
Okay. I'm going to kind of stand and look at it.
Okay.
Oh, I love that patch.
So the sand continues to rise in this the box area.
Is it just me left in there now?
It's just
is it,
you
or-
left in there. It's waist height for you. The sand is pouring through the window at this point.
Well,
Gonna
seeing
try
that, I
pull it
try and
out.
climb through. Yeah.
Try and pull some of the sand out to make sure Gartok doesn't get trapped.
Yeah.
Effectively.
So you're having to pull it through. Gartok, you have to struggle. It's like trying to get through quicksand at this point. There's that much pressure of sand force onto your legs and your lower torso at this point. It's you almost have to try and pull yourself on top of the sand to try and get through there. But you can get to the door and then slide through out into the corridor where everybody else is.
All right.
All of them trying to get this massive door.
Surfing on a wave of sand as it comes.
As Gartok comes through, you can see the sand just fills in that area. Continues to pour out of the window up until a point where it seems there's just a slope of sand.
Can we still hear it?
Yeah.
I think we've created a beach.
It's an open window. I don't think it's a glass window. I think it's like a
No,
window.
no. I know. I'm just wondering whether it's ever going to stop. I want to keep moving it because if it could stop eventually. Like there's only so much sand, hopefully, and then we could go through and try and deal with it. I want it, but it depends how much sand's up there.
Well, why don't we move back and take in
How
turns?
high is the room, Jamie? Like, how far's the roof?
How high is the roof?
Yeah,
The roof in this particular corridor is about 20 foot high.
and I imagine that the sand is spilling in from near the top.
It was dropping out these holes.
Yeah, at the top. So I imagine it'll have to fill all the way up.
It's likely, you'd think, if someone were going to make something like this, they'd probably put enough sand in there to fill that area. So an area 20 foot high by 30 foot long and 20 foot wide, that kind of cube of sand.
A lot of sand.
Well, I think that way is blocked to us now. I think we may be forced to retreat, certainly for the time being, unless we can't find a way through anywhere else. I would suggest that we don't attempt to get through here. It would only waste time.
We could turn the doors into creatures and command them to open. It would be a big use of my powers, but I could try it.
Let us
That's what I was going to try and do. The
let us look
creatures are
elsewhere
watching us.
first. I would rather not have you expend all your power at this point, Dramos. It may become more useful later on. In fact, it may save us later on.
Shall we? So do we go back?
Yes, there was another door. Well,
If
there were
you,
several.
You
There's
said
a
the-
door there, or we can go all the way back in here because that water wasn't pouring out as much as we thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that impression from Dad's description originally that it was like not a Titanic incident.
No. But who
Whichever
knows?
way we go-
Waiting to burst. Do we go past it again?
Whichever way we go, we must be careful. Creatures are watching us still.
I think it could be use of magic.
It must fill that area reasonably quickly.
I was coming through at a hell of a rate to get as high as it did, as quickly as it did.
Yeah.
It almost felt like it wasn't just gravity that was dropping it, as if it was being forced down.
As I get close to the beetle type thing, is it reacting
We're out,
more?
sorry, aren't
or-
we? Sorry, we're out that other side, aren't we? Sorry. Yes. As are you, Corym.
Yes.
Can somebody detect person? Maybe we can find a direction of where the Torah may have gone. locate person, is that what's called?
I can try and locate Datura.
I don't think we should.
The problem would be, it may show us a direction, but it may not show us the correct direction in which to get there.
Yeah.
This place is like a maze.
I know for which way to get there. I'm just wondering if we're going in the opposite direction. We seem to be coming back.
Yeah,
on
but the place kind of. I think it's. I don't know.
Look at this, it weaves around. We could have gone east. We were heading east anyway, having gone north and then west. It is a maze.
I'll make my way back down to where Dramos is.
I'm going to wait while they're moving down there. So what do? I'm waiting here and seeing if the sand abates in any way, or I'll keep sort of shoveling it out around us, seeing if it eases off at any point.
I'll whisper into Dramos' ear, do you think they burn?
The thought crossed my mind, Corym.
Rastvyn starts pulling sand more rapidly through this. I think Harbinger was pulling sand through as well, weren't you? Trying to.
Before I was. I've stopped now.
You stopped now, yeah. You can still hear the roar of sand on the other side.
I'm going to try and send the one in front of me a message.
Okay.
Just to see how it reacts to magic as it's sent to him. I'm going to send it in.
Beetle.
Infernal. Why not? Let's try Infernal. Well, Infernal's nearly
scream in its head.
I'm going to ask. Can we have safe passage?
You send your message. The beetle drops slightly its front legs. And the wings extend again. It pauses, looking directly at you. You can see this red glow that came from its core seems to ignite and burn brighter.
I like your magic.
Suicide grunts.
I do not think magic is the way to kill these Corym.
Well, maybe Gartok would be best to lead us then.
Send in the man without magic.
Just trying to see what we've got.
Maybe we could use magic to distract them. Place magic in an area where they move to. Till sharp's over.
I'll make my way back a short distance and I'll take out my crossbow with non-magical bolts.
Oh man.
We need to make a choice, and we need to either come through or stay. The potion will not last long on Gartok.
Yeah, is the sound still running?
It is. There's still a sound, but it's muffled now, as if it's far away.
All right, let's go back. Should we go back?
Back where?
Go back
Yes,
to.
we use the other door in this room.
Okay. I think we're going to get swamped by those creatures. Let me try something. Did they react to? Have you tried magic on them at all?
The body swelled and glowed an angrier red.
Can I get a copper coin out and cast light on it and toss it towards the beetle? Just
The one there. Okay.
yeah. So I'll probably move. I'll probably cast the light on it, then move to about here, and sort of. I'm trying to aim sort of at the back wall here, somewhere behind it, to sort of flick it up behind it.
The coin flicks and illuminates the part of the corridor. The beetle scurries to it for a second, looking down towards it. Its wings extend again.
I think you may be correct in regards to the magic. He certainly seemed drawn to it. Either that,
He's
or
got
it
magic
values
there.
copper. Either that, or it values copper more than we do.
Who's got light cast on their equipment at the moment?
I did have it on my shield.
It was on Harbinger's shield, but
And
that
Maolmuire's
shield is
dagger.
removed now.
Harbinger
no
has
longer
my
on
shield
there,
now,
so-
so-
Oh yeah.
Maolmuire's dagger's got
Yeah.
like.
I suggest we
I think I've lost
follow.
that dagger now.
I suggest we follow Rastvyn's suit. So whoever can cast light on an object to try and distract these things.
Is there like
Well,
loose
produce-
rubble around it, mate?
Oh, yeah.
I'll reach into my pouch of ball bearings and just pull a handful out.
Okay.
I would have just grabbed a hand-sized rock.
I'll cast light on one of them and throw it as far as I can inside the room. Probably won't that far.
What the hell, Harriet? This dice tray is cursed. Cursed.
Good.
No, what?
Good. I had to sacrifice a few more lambs since Tuesday.
I swear that gold dice doesn't roll above 10 anymore.
Thank
Well,
God
that's because I put it in the toilet.
See if that helped. Oh, 17. Okay, you throw the ball bearings into the room. A cluster of the beetles, wings extended, flutter over to where the ball bearings have landed.
If we want to go, we go now.
Go.
Okay, let's go. Dramos, let's move.
Double dash.
Come on, guys. Oh, bloody hell.
I'm gonna walk across. Yeah, I'm following where Drams is going.
And I will open the door.
And I'll cast light on the rock and I'll throw it over here, Jamie, as I run past it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So the same thing as you throw the rock, a bunch more of the beetles straight over to it. Are my mouth effects working tonight? Have I got the speaker on the right?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So they rush over and all cluster around it to get towards this thing. The door open. It reveals a flight of stairs leading up, encased with cobwebs on either side.
I had a real Malcolm Grant feeling then, because Dramos threw those barbarians, and then Till came into the room and was like, "We cast light on this, and then throw it like over here."
I was totally expecting that when I cast light on it, they just engulf me, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, when he in Jurassic Park, that moment with the flare.
Yeah, and then throw it immediately afterwards. Like...
Up we go. Can I go in front of my pole, please?
I will certainly let you through. I was just moving out of the room and
Yeah,
holding the door,
I'll
waiting
be
to
tapping
close
up
it.
here. We don't want to get locked out in again.
These stairs climb at quite a steep angle. The stairs themselves aren't particularly... They're sloped slightly, so it feels like each step is like an angle like this. Not the best type of stairs, but it seems they cover a lot of ground going up quite rapidly. I'll take a perception check from Rastvyn and Gartok.
Are they
can see what's
clean?
going to happen.
These. You said cobwebs. Is there anything obvious that's made these slope? Like something could come rolling down, as my head's telling me.
Make your perception check.
Yeah,
Natural 20 for me.
15.
As you take your first tentative steps in here, and Rastvyn thinks about it, you look up towards the top of the stairs and you can see a huge circular stone, a disc of stone placed at the top of this flight of stairs. It looks like it's teetering just on the top step.
Stop! Don't take another step, Gartok. Can you see that up there?
I can.
So there's a great big boulder up here. I think they come rolling down these stairs.
Could we not set it off and let it fall past us?
It depends where it gets set off, really, doesn't it?
We could do a similar thing and throw items up into the room. We can't stay here. The creatures will not be distracted for long, I fear.
Does it look like it would fill the ceiling height of this, Jamie?
It is enough to almost, but not quite, get to the ceiling.
Fill the area. Yeah.
You've got maybe, looking at the stone, you think you'd have maybe 5 foot of clearance above it.
It's enough for a magic carpet.
Do you all want to pile into that room down there, and I'll try and set it off?
Just have to step to the side of it, wouldn't we?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to fill the corridor. You step to the side of it, it's going to just squish you into the wall.
Like Maolmuire's done.
Yeah.
Stand next to the bug, alright, mate?
Rastvyn, is it worth me doing it, or?
You can stay. I can. If there's one person with me, I can normally get out of trouble. If there's two, I'm out of options.
I'm happy to move out of the way. I'm certainly not very dexterous. I just also aid others sometimes when there's saving throws involved.
I'll be okay.
Okay. All right. I will back up.
About this. I'm gonna quickly get the carpet out.
Okay.
Get it afloat. I'm suspecting that those beetles are going to go crazy, so as I get it out, I'm just going to float up. And the plan is, if I think there's enough clearance above the ceiling where this thing's coming down, I think it's 5 foot, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to lie down the carpet, pole in front, and I'm going to go up, and I'm just hitting the steps as I go up.
All right. So as you get the carpet out, the beetles all stop looking at the stone that's illuminated in the barbarians. With the wings all extended, bright red starting to glow in their chests as they turn round towards Rastvyn. Rastvyn, on there, you float up high towards the ceiling here, and leaning over the top, just start prodding
Near the top of the carpet, so I'm going up and just thinking forward, and I'm just whacking the floor as I go up.
Will the bugs follow the Pied Piper?
What did the rest of the party do?
I think we'll all just step to the side.
Stay out of the way, yeah.
Just stay out of the way. Okay. There's one of these bugs sandwiched between Till and Harbinger at the moment.
There is a bug sandwiched between Till and Harbinger.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Right,
Okay, I'll move out.
Tell me if you want me to stop moving. I'm going to start moving myself gradually up, Jamie.
Yeah. The beetles start moving across the room.
Uh-oh.
Can I have a look around the room?
Yeah. Perception check from
While
you,
the bugs are
please.
distracted?
Do the bugs look like they have any kind of weapon, like sharp claws or a stinger on the back?
Difficult to say.
They've
They've got mandibles, maybe their claws.
But they point at the shaft.
Certainly, they've got enough capability to strip the corpses in here of all their flesh.
Are they human corpses?
Humanoid corpses. Rastvyn, you can hear the tapping now of Rastvyn banging on the stairs.
Yeah, it's not subtle.
Got a 13 for my perception check.
Okay. You see a glint of something in the refuse.
Whereabouts?
Just towards the centre of the room, there. As the beetles scuttle across the room towards where their Rastvyn's magic is, one of them tips it over, but as soon as they reveal this bit of silver, a load of mulch spills over it again, burying it.
I'll carefully make my way around, trying not to distract the beetles, start digging a little bit.
Okay, make a stealth roll from Dramos, Rastvyn, you hear a clunk, and there's a release, and the stone starts rolling down the stairs, bouncing slightly as it hits each of the steps.
I'm going to try and maneuver the carpet up and over the stone.
Okay. I want I'm going to take just a dexterity check from you on the carpet.
That will be an 18 plus 2 is 20.
All right. You manage to get it to rise so you're quite neatly towards it. You've catch the stone, bounces, misses the bottom. Dramos, what did you get on your stealth?
22.
You move all the way around the beetle, and you can see just under a glazed layer of this filth, whatever this thing is.
Kind of reach and grab it.
You push your hand through the jelly-like substance on the top. It's actually popping and breaking for your fingers to go through, like the surface of gravy that's been left in the boat overnight. Your hand goes right in there, and it wraps around something. You pull out a rust-encrusted dagger.
Nice.
Which feels magical. And the rest of you, the stone suddenly plows into the room, killing a whole bunch of these beetles as it slams into them, spraying the refuse left and right, covering everybody in the room in filth.
I was going to have my steal the first, right?
Incoming!
It reaches a point where it's sort of, the filth slows it, and then it just comes to a stop with one beetle crushed underneath it. A bunch of the other beetles scutter away from it as it comes down.
I'll poke my head round the corner and peer up at Rastvyn. Is it safe?
I don't know yet. I'm going to carry on tapping up all the way up to the top of the stairs, please.
All right. You reach the top of the stairs without any further traps going off.
It appears to be. Can I look around here and see if there's any other stone waiting to be put into place?
There is a slot, a large slot in the ceiling, although you can see no other stones up there.
Where was the it was here, wasn't it?
Yes.
Is that the... Yeah. I'm going to shout out a couple of steps below me is where it triggered. Maybe you want to try and jump over that. I can't see any more stones up here. There's a corridor leading off to the side. Is that opening up? Yeah. The corridor leading to the south into a large room. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to... Oh, wrong indicator. I'm going to just float round under here and have a look in the room, please. I've got dark vision running at the moment.
All right. While not depicted in this room, you can see in here there are, it looks like recently, dust and cobweb have been swept away from here. There's been the makeup of a large couch has been brought into here, and a bed draped with fabrics. There's blood splattered across the bed and onto the floor.
Anybody in there?
The room appears to be empty, although torches are lit in the sconces, flickering.
Exit to the south?
There is indeed an exit out the other side of the room.
Right, I'll start making my way up the stairs.
There's a lit room up here with a bed and blood, and it looks like it's been cleaned. I'll loudly whisper shout down the corridor.
It's the room that you scried in it. Out of character, that's the room that you scried.
This looks exactly like the room you saw him in.
I think this is what we've been looking for.
Right. I'm just going to carry on walking up.
You're going to step on that step, are you?
Step at a time. The party start making their way up, avoiding the step that Rastvyn pointed out.
You're going to have to lift me.
The steps are all sloped, and it's not as easy as it should be. But without any problems, you can make it to the top of the steps.
The humanoid corpses, do they look like the snake people corpses?
Some of them look regular human.
Maybe.
How many bugs are left in the room?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Alright, okay. Do they look like they're busy with the lighted rocks and ball bearings and things?
No, they've been drawn more towards the, albeit reclining magic from the carpet. Distracted them from the rocks. One is maybe still looking at the rock to till through.
Are they still interested in coming up, these people think, sorry? Or have they gone about their business again?
Well, really,
Right.
Rastvyn doesn't know. He's gone around the corner at the moment. He's just dealing with Maolmuire down there on his own.
Might be possible to attract these things further up. I'll whisper to Dramos as I turn the corner.
How do we do that? Just give them some magic items and lead them?
Indeed. There may be another way of doing it.
I have an idea of leading them away if that is what you wish, but again, actually, where am I stood?
Yeah, at the
No,
moment I'm just
no,
whispering
ignore
it to Dramos. I
Yeah,
know he's
yeah,
dodgy.
How do you suggest we lead them away? Have our own small army with us.
The creatures have not been hostile to us.
They have
So,
not. No.
I'm not sure how useful they would be as an army, but certainly it would be interesting to see what their capabilities are. Useful to document, perhaps.
Well, I have a few magical items left. If you wish to use magic to entice them, or if you have another way.
Perhaps if we could just entice one of them. My way would probably attract most of them. Must be a time for a messaging type of spell.
Rastvyn, are you going to move forward?
I am. I was just waiting for them to finish their conversation rather than talking up. I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. I'm going to use it to try and detect the thoughts within 30 foot of me. So it'll pick. I'll put it into the display. It's the. It's more the second part of it. So the first part is I've got to see somebody. I can't see any. I'm not trying to target anybody I can see. If you read from almost the last but one paragraph, you can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When the spell is cast as your action, you can search for thoughts within 30 foot of you.
All right.
It's blocked by 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any other metal than lead, or a thin sheet of lead. So I'll bring out a piece of copper. I'll bring out another copper piece, and I will cast the spell.
You get nothing.
I'm now going to move with the carpet into the room.
Okay.
So I'm doing that. I'll move my. It's 40 foot, isn't it? The carpet. 10, 20, 30, Yeah, I'll move 35 foot, then I'm using my action to detect thoughts again.
Okay.
Last 1 minute, so I've got 10 rounds of this effectively.
Nothing.
Do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 30. I'll actually just move to there and do the same again, which should take up to the end of the room.
Nothing.
The room's clear of thinking creatures.
That's rude. Gartok's in here.
He thinks.
Eh.
He has an intelligence of more than 3, which I think is the cut-off point.
Only just. Only just.
Yeah.
I was gonna say only just.
You can
I have
string
thoughts
some
every now and
together.
then. They're pretty basic ones, but yeah. There's
I'll
some
move
thoughts.
up to the
Jump stats.
I'll move to there and do the same thing again. I'm assuming the rest are going to start investigating the room, but I'm going to go there and try and blast out a detect as well.
Okay. Nothing.
Get right up behind you.
Okay, so Rastvyn's moved over there bit by bit. Rest of the party.
Well, I'm following, obviously, a bit. Oh, geez, not quite that. Yeah, I'm probably just meandering along 10, 15 foot behind, just looking side to side.
Okay.
Very, very carefully and
Yeah,
diligently.
I'll be following your footsteps.
And I'll have cast guidance on myself as well.
All
No,
right.
no coffins in there, was there? No other doors apart from this, yeah?
That's right.
This is the room I saw in my
I'm
vision.
gonna.
I scried.
This is the room.
This is the room I saw the foul creature in. I believe he had Artura on the bed with him.
Ah, see.
And you can see there's blood there. Whether she's been drained or whether that's somebody else's blood, I don't know. But
Let
Gamesh
us,
is in this room.
Let us wait for the others.
I have a
And,
spell running, and Gartok has his strength potion. We can search this later. I've
Right.
detected no presence of creatures in there. I'm running
I'll
a.
quickly run back. Harbinger, where are the others?
I'm still at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, I warrant's there. Dramos, Maolmuire, we are close.
We'll be there shortly, Corym. I'm gonna pull out my backpack, the storm necklace,
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of like hold it in front of me, kind of like watching the reaction of the creatures.
The same reaction. Wings extended.
Take a step backwards to see if they follow.
They pause at the perimeter of the room. One scuttled right up to Maolmuire now. Head down, mandibles on the ground near his feet.
Jamie, in this room up here, is there anything like obvious in the walls? I'm thinking like swords and shields,
No.
like decorative on the walls.
No, it looks like it was a room in poor state, like much of this place, but has been hastily and roughly decorated.
That's fine,
More
I was
drapes than
I was
anything
just
else.
double checking because I was like, I'm not going to be checking under the beds and shit, but I will have a look on the walls.
Okay. The beetle next to Maolmuire extends its mandibles to get them into Maolmuire's robes, tugging at him. The pincers cutting at his clothing, but doesn't actually get to his frail, weakly flesh.
Can I see that?
I wouldn't have thought so from your position, Harbinger.
I'll take a step back.
Okay.
Or a couple of steps back.
How's the documentation going?
As you take a step back, it takes attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
The hell is with this dice tray, Harriet?
Yeah.
I had to bury it in the garden to complete the transformation.
Sacrifice your firstborn, mate.
Maybe maybe it's not the tray. Maybe I'll just finally use them up. Anyway, this thing sort of bites towards you, Maolmuire, as you stumble back up the stairs.
And I'll turn towards Dramos, keeping several steps away from the creature, and say, "Well, perhaps they might have some use after all."
It would appear so, but I suggest we move a little faster. Do they appear to be following all these?
No, the one came up the stairs to bite at Maolmuire, but as you got further away, it scuttled back down to the refuse room with the rest of them.
There's maybe more magic down there than than appears.
Indeed.
We must join the others. Time is short, as I keep getting reminded.
Very well, very well. It was an interesting experiment, and nonetheless.
One to think about. Maybe we could lead them this way.
Indeed.
As we talk, and I'll put the amulet back.
Okay.
And
As
get to the top of the
they,
stairs.
as they come to the top of the stairs, I will then move in the room, head over to the others.
All right.
So Rastvyn, exactly which way are we looking to move at this point?
I'm going to move down around this corner, and I'm going to carry on detecting for the presence of other thoughts. I maybe have another 20-30 seconds to see if there's anything lying ahead of us to do an ambush us before. I don't want that happening again.
All right. You can go a little further, but the spell will wear out without you hearing the thoughts of any creature.
Okay. We're coming down here, I guess we will be.
At that
Those
point,
stairs leading down.
those stairs ahead of you lead down. These stairs lead up.
I'm going to look. Oh, it's all clean swept now, isn't it? There's no dust anymore.
There's still dust in the air, but the ground is clear. Thank you for reminding me on that. Could everybody take 3 points of poison damage?
Is half 2?
1.
Is there water dripping from the ceilings here? Or...
A small amount, yes.
Just mindful of the bars I've got.
This is the
That's
first
always
time.
warm to be.
This is the first time Till's resistance has come in handy.
Even though the floor's pretty clear, can I still have a look for any kind of signs of tracks, any footprints, anything really?
Yeah, make a survival check.
That looks pretty clear, but yeah, no, spotlessly clean.
You get a 4 as well. So
At least 12 gelatinous cubes are somewhere. in.
Oh yeah, get eat off that. It's fine.
So stairs go up, stairs go down.
Which way? Did you see which way the Goliath went in your scrying?
He was there in the room. I think he left possibly from the room. Or just watching her talking. I can remember them saying about us being taken care of if we journeyed here and that we were coming and we couldn't resist coming, so they're expecting us. I just don't know where they're going to be.
That's what she said. He's probably up, but I mean, there's no guarantee. I just think that he's probably at the top of the pyramid. But
I reckon
Down's
down.
no more on the traps.
I believe down is where the trap is. 'cause
Yeah,
we haven't come
traps
across that room.
galore down. I think we should go up and see if we
I
get
think-
fairly better on the upper
I believe
level.
the pit will be down.
I'm going to go up the stairs.
Because
I
didn't
put,
you
I
say
put
when you
the
first
carpet away,
tried-
sorry, Jamie, as well. I have put the carpet away and I'm just doing the tap, tap, tap now.
Because when you first scried the Torah, she was
Oh.
by the pit.
Oh, sorry.
And the next time you scried the Torah, she was in this room, wasn't it?
Okay. You go to make your way up the stairs, which means it's time to move to another map.
Oh, hang on, hold on.
Is there a little collection of health potions and dramatic music, Jamie? And a save point?
Yes, you can just reload here at any point now.
Okay, I got it.
What were you trying to do? Are you...
Quick save.
I wanted to screenshot what we had so far.
Oh, well, I had blacked off a bunch of the map that you'd already seen as you were going.
Yeah, I
traveling.
noticed that. Yes.
I'd take for to help you out. I will give you what you'd seen already. Okay.
Let's give us the whole map. Be right.
It's alright, I've got all of that already, so. Oh, wait. No, it's
Sorry,
fine.
just a minute.
It's fine.
Yeah, what was in there again? Wasn't that big room? Oh, that big room. That's probably leading back down to behind that bloody coffin, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where all the statues were.
I reckon the room with the big brass doors goes round to where that sentry is, the Dramos, or and it meets.
Alright, I got it.
You got
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. All right. Almost made a critical mistake. Then I hadn't fog of war the map. You would have seen everything instantly.
A brief snapshot.
Okay.
We need to close our eyes first.
All right. Here we go. So feel that, and then I'll just move you over to it.
When you're an NPC and you see the player quick save and draw a sword.
All right. You go up the flight of stairs. A corridor turning to the left. The plaster seems to be mostly intact up here.
The what? The plaster,
Plaster
yeah?
seems to be mostly intact in here.
Sorry,
Although
my
the
20's been very slow.
inscriptions that are on the wall seem to have faded away, while even though the plaster is intact. But you can still see the remnants of it depicting pictures of snake men lording it over the Goliaths.
I'll move to the corner there.
Oh, no. So zoomed out.
There's
Where
no
am I?
Harbinger. There's no Harbinger.
That's right.
Might
There
be
is
one,
no
yeah.
Harbinger. There never was.
Oh man.
A figment of our imagination.
Has anybody else got really low res on this, or is it just
It's a
me?
big
I
map.
did have to start
It-
off with,
it-
but it's picked up.
Yeah, it'll take a second to load.
I don't
Oh,
reload
yeah.
it now, it's just stalling.
Mine's just come into focus.
Oh, there you are. A Harbinger, you blinked out of existence for a moment.
You would not
You were
believe the things I saw.
You were bad.
I know who your mum and dad are.
How did never say that to me?
Oh.
Oh, now I must kill you. Bye, Harbinger.
Yeah, I can't see south at the moment. I don't know whether that's meant to be revealed.
Yeah.
No. I can't either.
Good. Okay, just checking. It's not my side.
No, you weren't on there a moment ago, so
Yeah, I've just reloaded, Jamie.
it's all right.
It was really horrible on my side. Oh God! Is that a blood stain on the floor as well?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is.
Right.
Yeah, goes on for a long way, doesn't it? I mean, that's like 40 foot.
So
Maybe-
we've got
Do you want me
Maybe
to go
leave-
in front?
Me go ahead, and maybe Harbinger behind me, and I'll tap all the way down.
we've gone upstairs, haven't we? Not down.
Yeah.
We have.
It still shouts out trap to me. So we're going to be tapping down here. The Harbinger's coming behind me.
Is it the same pattern on the floors as we've seen throughout?
It is. Yeah, that's that same pattern which has worked so well to conceal.
Traps.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Oh, I don't know what I was looking away.
Alright, that's... Okay.
Just remind yourself of where the trap is.
Carry on, folks. You step wherever you like. Don't mind me.
I'm sure you don't mind at all.
I'll ensure that I'm 20 foot behind Rastvyn at any time.
Inch at a time, the party make their way down the long corridor, glancing left and right, nerves on edge from everything they've experienced so far. Eyes are darting everywhere, looking for pressure plates, tripwires, swinging logs, big, huge balls that will roll down the corridor, gas eruptions, but you get all the way to the end of the far corridor without tripping a single thing. The corridor turns slightly to the right, and you stand before a single wooden door.
I'll move up to the door and I will attempt to listen at the door.
Okay, perception check then, please.
I'm sorry, guys. I stepped back. I doubted myself.
Ooh, 19.
You don't hear anything.
I will open the door.
Ahead of you is revealed a long room, wide with an archway at the far side. There seems to be some sort of growth spun all over the walls and over the floor, vines crisscrossing left and right, growing up to the ceiling and draping off, although there appears to be no light that gets in here to allow this to grow. More disturbing is looming a few feet off the floor, a circular type of entity floating along, tendrils floating around behind it, extending all around this head, a singular eye as it floats towards you. I'm just going to go and freshen my water, guys.
Pull out the sword again.
Is it like a planty growth?
It's a ball-like creature with an eye, what looks like the split of a mouth underneath it, and some sort of tentacles coming from around its head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving at the ground. Oh! Is it? I
You're
never
drawing
thought
around
this
the
before.
corridor.
I'll be back in a sec.
It's
We need to close that flipping eye.
a fucking
Am I
beholder,
right
isn't
in
it? It's a fucking
thinking
beholder.
that might be a beholder?
Yeah.
That's what's
That's what
screaming
I'm
at
going to
me.
guess.
Although we've never seen this, have we?
No, we've never
no.
seen the beholder.
I wonder whether he's been reading Volvo's guide. He's got a whole background on beholder sociology.
I bet Dad's been laughing so much because today I was like screaming at the at Critical Role, like it's an anti-magic cone, you idiots!
But you can ready to cast magic for when it drops, can't you? So if you ready a
Yeah,
spell,
but no magic
for when
works
it-
inside it, so all your weapons lose their powers, all your
Yeah,
spells
but-
lose their powers.
But it also can't use magic inside it, so it can't shoot you with beams. So what it usually does is a bonus action turns it off, and then attacks you with beams, and then it can turn it back on or something, can't it?
We'll see what happens, eh? I need to
What you're
lose
meant
what
to
I'm
do is to ready spells so that when it
Yeah,
drops, you fucking.
I might freshen.
I saw on Crit. You know, where's everyone gone?
We're all going to get the drinks and
Saw
stuff.
on,
We're all going to get really dry mouths because.
I saw on
we're all
Facebook
back.
Marketplace earlier. Someone was selling a D&D Ancient Red Dragon figure.
Nice.
It's a limited edition, one of 1,500, and I believe it's got a 2-foot wing. It was an ancient red dragon and 2-foot wingspan.
Yeah, the model is. If it's the one I think of, it's absolutely massive.
Big motherfucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep
I thought
looking
I'd
at
love to
it.
get that and paint it, except that I can't paint very well, and and I don't think the small box of paints I've got downstairs would do the job.
You'd need like a proper
Yeah,
air
it's,
spray, like
yeah.
one of the air guns.
Which I thought was fairly reasonable. You know,
I keep looking at. I keep going on Etsy, and it keeps trying to sell me the STL files for 3D printing of like huge D&D things that like you can attach the wings to and everything. So it's like the STL file for something like 31 piece dragons and stuff for D&D, and I was like,
Probably.
well, this is. I think this has got some like 14 pieces to it.
yeah.
Are we dead yet?
Not quite.
Far off. Look at it, I'm on the corner.
All right. Should we wait for Harry to come back in? Shall we?
I'm Archie.
It looks like an Omanite shell thing.
That looks like nothing I've ever seen before.
Is it
No.
is it covered in vines? You're saying like plant growth?
No, there's plant growth around the room. This thing is a separate floating entity.
Doesn't look like it's. Oh, well, Dramos can't see, so I'm not going to ask questions.
How far ahead is it of us? It's about 60, 50 foot.
Yeah.
Just open the door, slowly close them again.
No.
I've done that in video games before.
Back through, lads. Back through. Let's have a look at what you could have won.
Just slap
I'm
that on the ass. That's one for you, fella.
I'm going to call. We're not all back yet, are we? We've got half a time to get back.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll. I'm going to ask initiative straight away. I think.
Oh. Anybody else want a jelly top? I'll eat it in there. I'll eat it for you.
Yeah, can you get me a yellow one, please?
Don't have any. Just any random one.
Just a handful for me, please. All at once.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Don't get the size of
I'm afraid.
My token's not on the tracker, Jamie. I don't know whether that's.
No, well, no.
I did click on my token first, but it didn't seem to want to play very well. Oh, come on.
Well, I'm on there twice.
Dramos gets 2 goes.
Woo!
Isn't it one of the rogues that can actually do that?
Well, it's about time, actually, that Drama's got 2 goals. He normally gets missed out half because of the combat.
It's because Ross is so quiet. He's sitting there being polite. All the time,
No,
Ross starts saying, I'll just... And then somebody says something loud, and then Ross goes...
Yeah, it's fine.
Usually,
Usually other people's ideas are a lot more exciting than mine, so...
I'm going to spend half an hour looting the corpses in this room.
That's what I do. Everybody else does what they do.
Can I get on the track up there? I know I'm at the bottom, but anyway.
Healer.
But if you get a go, then you'll be healing people all over the place, and I don't like that.
Compared to you, Corym, I'm not like backup healer, and then Maolmuire is the backup to the backup healer.
Maolmuire is the final resort, if they,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know ways to send
Healer of last resort.
And he's most likely to not heal you and just let you go to Gar.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So if I fail, what?
Rastvyn, you've walked around the
Healing
corner.
touch, healing
Conveniently,
touch.
it appears that Rastvyn is the top of the initiative track.
Woo.
So the beholder comes into sight from behind some veins, floating along the ground, one big eye blinking at you. You're up, Rastvyn. What are you doing?
We mean you no harm. We are tracking another entity within this compound that has our friend. May we pass in peace.
All right. Well, that's what you're doing. The rest of the party can hear Rastvyn saying that.
Can I ready? Actually, I won't ready in action because you'll see me casting. No, I'm okay.
Okay. So Till, you're a few people behind, but you heard what Rastvyn said. He hasn't said beholder or one-eyed beastie.
No, I haven't.
Who are you
I
talking
don't know what it is. I don't know what a beholder is. I don't even know if he can understand us.
5, 10. I get a round on that square. Just
I will say that in common and in Elvish.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I could make it there and be like, holy shit! I will ready defense after seeing it, but I will go off what Rastvyn said and not cast anything.
Okay. Dramos.
Holy shit!
I'll take a few steps forward and
I would audibly said that.
what is in the room? And
It's a big eyeball
a big eyeball.
with hair.
With hair. I will watch behind, just in case anything follows, and I will ready a firebolt just in case anything comes up here.
Okay. That you done?
And that is me done.
Maolmuire.
Okay.
So you would have audibly
Maolmuire is
said-
going to hold his action, and if anyone goes into the room, Maolmuire will follow them,
Okay.
using his shield to protect himself from anything that might try and hurt him in some way.
Okay. Its go. It floats above the floor a short distance, moving down the room, eye stalks, turning around, panning and looking at the things to the side until one of them locks upon Rastvyn's position. The bottom half of it splits into a toothy grin, looking like it's smiling at the side. Its main eye sees you blinking and flicking red for a second as it moves closer and closer. Harbinger.
Oh shit.
Get to there. Ooh, scary.
Wiggles around the corner like, no.
And I think
Got a laughing monster.
I will hold my action if it comes. Oh, will I? Yeah, I will hold my action. So if it comes into melee range and it's hostile, I will attack it. I can step in front of you if you want, Rastvyn.
It's okay.
Okay. I will wait where I am then.
Gartok.
I may
I
regret
will.
that later.
I will repeat what Rastvyn said in Giant, and I'll preface it with Guardian of this place, and then, we're seeking someone else. Basically repeating exactly what Rastvyn said, but in Giant.
Okay.
And then for an action, I'll take the dodge action.
Corym.
Okay, just move my way down. What is it you can see?
A big, hideous.
No, but it doesn't look very friendly. I'm whispering back. I don't know what it is.
Ah,
It hasn't been aggressive. I'm hoping we can seek passage.
be careful. That'll be it for me.
Okay. Corym is done. That brings us top of the round. It's Rastvyn.
Did it move forward? Did it just literally move forward and blink at us and toothy smile?
Yes.
Is anything happening to the plants around the room?
No?
So there are plants in the room then?
There are.
I thought
Like
there were.
vines and plants in the surrounding room.
Yeah, I thought that was. Okay. Does he look all... I know he's a beholder, but does he have any plantiness on him?
No,
Or
no.
just-
He's green, sort of a mottled green, as if to camouflage with the undergrowth. But it's a flesh.
Okay. Alright, sorry.
Feed me, Seymour.
Just need a dentist now.
I'm going to move into the room and step to there.
Okay.
And we do not wish for any encounter here. This is clearly your domain. We merely wish safe passage if you would grant it to us.
Surprise attack.
That's all. I'm going to do that.
Till.
You take 15 attacks. Oh god.
I'm going to assume Maolmuire can trigger his held action to go into the room.
You may.
Thank you.
You may come on the corner and decide you don't want to.
I can't
15, 20,
remember.
25, 30. Oh, God be praised. What is this abomination?
Oh dear.
Saying that in your own head and not out loud. He might have good hearing. Obviously, his sight's perfect.
Yeah, I've got
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why he's blinking. Okay.
And I get a good body.
So, what is it? What's
Sorry, Jamie, can I cast around the room as well? I'm just looking for if there's anything else in the room, sorry. As I'm talking to it. Is that okay, sorry?
Make a perception check.
Absolutely fine.
No.
No. Okay. Till, what are we doing then?
I can't really get past anyone. If Harbinger will allow me to get past, I would like to kind of guard Rastvyn. I got no kind of weapon in hand. I've only got my shield, and I'm kind of going in with the intent to like defend Rastvyn. So, I guess my hold action would be something like jump in front of Rastvyn. I don't know if I could actually do that, but that's the plan of standing near him. I'll take the extra step, and I'll pass. That'll be my go. Just to try and take the hit if he tries to attack Rastvyn.
Okay. Till then, Dramos.
I will walk backwards, still watching down here, to the rest of the party, and no, I still can't see, so I'm going to keep a held action, and if anything appears down this way, which looks hostile towards us, I will shoot a firebolt at it.
Maolmuire. What a relaxed combat.
To go you.
And I take a look at the plants that are growing on the wall.
Yeah.
Do I recognise them as a type of poisonous vine, or
Does anyone bring
know
anything
anything about it?
You can make a roll on this. I'll let you have an appropriate nature check, like a medicine check. Any of those that you feel you got something good in?
Nature, please.
If you
24.
Ooh, nice.
You've never seen this particular growth before. This vine-like substance is growing in the dark quite comfortably. It's got a sticky, fungus-like growth over the surface. And as you are close up to the wall and you look at one, it appears that some of the vines almost quivering. You've never seen anything like this before.
Okay, I'll shout back to everyone. Don't get too close to the walls, the vines on the walls. I just want to blast it. Okay. Okay, I'll end my go there.
Its mocking grin remaining in place, it slowly floats across the room. Harbinger up.
Even the boss is pretty chill.
Right. Well, you've spoken to it, and you've gone in.
And we're not dead yet.
I'm gonna come to here. And I'm going to go forward. Oh no, actually, I'm not going to go quite that far. I'll go there. Haven't drawn my weapon. I will hold my action though to if I haven't drawn my weapon, can I hold an action to attack it if it comes in to range? Or would that be considered too much to do?
Like a reckless swing or something, because you just pull it out the scabbard.
No, the weapon is either out and you take the attack action or not.
Alright, then I will hold my action to dodge.
Okay. Gartok.
I guess I just move in to get there with 40 feet.
Yeah, he's a short guy trying to defend Rastvyn, and then he's a big guy to defend the pie.
By the way, because since Gartok's gone forward as well, I was going to ask about the terrain coming across here. Does it feel sticky or anything? Does it
Floor
feel like
feels sticky. It's like there's been a 10-year-old's birthday party at a fast food restaurant in here. It's nothing that's hindering you in any way, but there's that sound as you pick your boots up off the floor.
And then toilet in the pub after a heavy night.
When I went to see Machine Head, I pulled the bottom of both of my shoes off by jumping up in the air and had no soles on my shoes.
In there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can do really. I'm just going to move in. Dodge action. Just be ready.
Corym.
Well, I'm as blindly stupid as the rest of them.
Darren?
So
You'll be the first one to attack
move
it.
in. And I'll move in next to Maolmuire. And again,
I'll stop him just as he goes towards the closest square next to the vines. If I can, I'll use my reaction if that's what I should do. And I'll say, don't go near the vines.
right,
Just over the vine.
understood. Then I'll prepare my crossbow.
Casually.
This is gonna be an anti-magic thing, like
That'll be
the
me
point
done.
dramatically.
Okay. Top of the round, Rastvyn.
Move up behind Gartok. And effectively through his square if I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will put me there. That's my move action.
Okay.
Is it doing anything?
It's not doing anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My intention.
Okay. That you done then? Till.
Can't even move that far.
You see the beholder's large eye follow Rastvyn slowly as he makes his way past.
5, 10, 15. Which way round did you go, Rastvyn? Did you go that way around Gartok?
I went. You would see me sort of going. Excuse me, Gartok, and it's not moving through Gartok. It's a 5-foot space, but kind of squeezing past him, staying clear of the vines on the wall, and not going towards the creature. So I've basically gone through his square. It's cost me double move, but that's what I've done.
10, 15, and then, yeah, so that'll be 25 to get there. And 5, 10, 15, 20.
Excuse me, big man. I will stay on the way
20.
past.
But I can't hold an action because that'll be both double action. So I'll pass my turn.
Okay.
What's the silo? Is that a pit or a column?
There's a pit with vines hanging down into it.
Nothing in the pit?
There looks to be... Make a perception check.
More concerning matters than a pit.
Average-ish, 13.
Oh, that's okay. You can see beneath some of the growth there appears to be some sort of sack made out of fish skin. It's like a scaled silvery sack.
While the beholder's looking at us, I'll be like, I'll be holding Rastvyn's legs while he does it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Dramos.
5, 10, 15,
Drummer's like, holy shit!
20, 25, 30. I'll, as soon as I sit in the corner, I'll kind of tilt my head and take in the sight that I'm seeing. You say it's facing this way?
It was facing the party, but it sort of turned as Rastvyn went past.
Kind of turning on the spot in
Yeah.
the air, sort of thing.
Pretty funky that it can just float without.
Can I do... As I walk into the room, I'm going to kind of like do it as quietly as I possibly can.
As soon as you
He
come out the
probably
door.
knows that it's that we're here, but I'm going to try and sneak into the room a little bit.
Okay, you can make a stealth roll then, please. Stealth roll.
What? Ah, stupid thing. Do work. 15.
All right. Quietly move into the room.
And then I'll look around at everybody and watch them kind of standing ready to dodge out of the way. So I'll prepare myself to dodge out of the way if I'm attacked.
Okay. Maolmuire.
Maolmuire lifts his robes and unceremoniously
Sorry.
quick steps through the room.
Oh,
Where was that going?
All the while looking at the creature, I suppose.
All right. That you done?
That's me done. Indeed.
It floats, making a straight line for Till's position. As it comes close, one of the eye stalks moves out, coming in close towards you, Till.
I'm going to be gripping my shield a bit tighter.
Okay, it comes in near you. You kind of grip your shield tight, and it just drags the eye across the surface of the shield, leaving a sticky residue. I'm done. Harbinger.
Okay. I've seen that.
Yeah. It made a single move on Till.
With a nat 1. I'll wait for the attack of opportunity when I move away from it.
I'm going to calmly walk up to it.
Okay.
Trying to be in no way aggressive, and I will continue to be prepared to take the dodge action if it looks like it's gonna do something vicious.
All right. Gartok.
Gonna move 25 to there.
Okay. As you get closer, its mouth opens wide. You can see the teeth inside. All of this saliva splitting as his mouth opens.
I guess I'll take the dash action to go through, so that's 25. So that'll be 35, 45, 50. 60.
He's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
It's alright, Gartok, we've been waiting.
Okay, he lurches towards you but misses.
I will pay it no heed and just carry on.
Okay.
So that gives me 60 to there. 65, 70, 75, 80.
All right.
My full dash move.
Harbinger, you were holding an action in case it attacked.
I was, yeah. I was holding an action to dodge if it did anything vicious.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Not to hit it.
Yep. So you dodge a bit to the side as it goes to attack Gartok. It is Corym's go.
Was it? I mean, the caress it did on Till. Did that look like an attack, or did it look like just a gentle?
It lashed out with one of its tentacles, and Till held up its shield, and this eyeball just hit the shield instead. And then it again lurched with its mouth towards Gartok as Gartok came past.
Loose across blue bolts at it.
Okay.
Nice guy.
Fuck this shit, pray Darius.
I'll use a magical bolt.
All right.
Darius. Guide. This
Darius bolt.
So that'd be 28 to hit.
That'll hit it.
Oh shit, hang on. Oh, there's gotta be a bit. So I shouldn't press that then, hold on. I think that's what I should. So ignore the 27 to hit. This is how I should do it. Use this damage here.
Okay.
16 points of damage.
Oh,
hang on. No.
Speed.
Wrong fucking thing. I wish. Okay, use this.
Corym's
+1.
like, oh no, what am I doing?
So if I have 14 points total then. It's a magical bolt.
All right.
5p.
You bring up the crossbow and pull back on the trigger. The bolt flies and hits the beholder in the back. With a burst, the whole thing explodes, showering the room in a thick layer of gas.
Oh god.
Can.
Oh,
My
God.
shield's
Sorry.
still up, luckily, so I've got that little bit of... got like a face shield protection.
Rastvyn, Maolmuire, Harbinger, and Till. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Bloody priests.
Can you take one more step forward?
A con, yeah?
Yes, please.
Oh!
Sorry. Should have stayed closer.
Okay, you need
I don't think
a
mage
15
would
to
work.
pass it.
Oh,
If you fail, it's just 7 points of poison damage.
Yeah.
Okay, the creature just explodes in that. That's it, 7 points of poison damage.
and that's it. The whole is dead.
Yeah.
That's it. It was a yeah.
Well,
Now that
bubble.
it's exploded, you can see plant matter everywhere with what looks like an outer shell that looks like a fleshy exterior. Who failed at that saving throw?
Rastvyn and Maolmuire.
Me.
All right. You are both
Petrified.
you are both infected with a gas spore disease.
Damn it.
Sounds like something you'd catch at the Weary Sailor.
Oh, the house
Maybe,
definitely
maybe
has
what's
it.
in the bag below. Maybe what's in the bag below is a cure. What are they called?
So the two of you that got the disease, they both fall to the floor, coughing, extremely hacking up, until both of them end up vomiting onto the floor as well.
Ooh, pleasant.
Wonderful.
That's it. Get it up, Rastvyn.
Oh,
We're out of initiative. Creature's gone.
oh crap. Corym.
Oh, no.
I can deal with it. It's alright. I'll do it.
Does it have any
I will-
visible effects? Like,
They both look green.
I'll come over to Maolmuire and I will attempt to put 5 points of lay on hands into him in order to neutralise a disease.
Okay.
Yeah, to cure a disease or neutralise poison. I will see. I will do that and then see how he's feeling.
All right.
don't worry, Rastvyn, she'll get you next.
Yeah, coughs.
Oh god, it's Corona, quick!
I'll put my crossbow away, thanking Darius for the fine shot.
Oh yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah,
You see the might of Darius destroyed that beholder in one shot.
How is Maolmuire
Magnificent.
feeling after I do that?
You see the colour come back to his skin as you use your abilities on him.
You feeling better, Maolmuire?
Yeah.
Thank you, child. That was quite an experience. Oh,
That's the right.
but Rastvyn is still on the floor. Can you help him?
I know. I just wanted to be sure that it had worked before I. We don't need a more proficient healer before I. So I will come in to Rastvyn and I will do the same, and drop 5 points of lay on hands into him.
I'll make coughs.
I was similarly stand up, coughing, and that was disgusting.
Spitting out.
I'm going to move away from this dust smoke that's surrounding the air.
Okay. So you've done the
I'm
same
gonna
to
move away
Rastvyn.
from that.
You use your ability on Rastvyn as well, right? Harbinger, is that what I caught?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll clear up. You remove the disease from them. Just so you know, if you didn't remove that disease, the creatures, anyone who failed it, would, in 1d12 plus your constitution score hours, you'll sprout 2d4 tiny gas spores that grow to full size in 7 days.
Wow.
That will grow out of your body.
Nice.
Nice.
Like little
Would
gas
that
baby.
kill
Yeah.
you, or does that kill you in the process?
Yeah.
As we're making our way through this room, can I draw the plant sword and smack at one of the vines?
Sure.
Harbinger, try these vines in the pit.
All right.
I step away from the pit.
Yeah, me too.
I'm nowhere near the pit. Everyone will go,
Right. I will hit the vines near the pit with my new bound sword.
It's like someone dropped a sack of shit on the floor and everyone got scattered.
There is a silver sack in the pit.
The red hooked gem-like blades on the sword easily cut through this vine. As you... What is that beeping sound?
It sounds like a
Somebody playing a xylophone on here.
Box.
Oh, it's
Oh, a
you.
little toy box. Yeah.
So as you slash into it, it easily cuts through the vine. Thick mucus, sap spills out of where you've cut it.
Well, it works pretty well.
Just a sword. Cuts through the
How deep is the pit?
The pit is 5 foot deep. It's not that deep at all.
It looks really sticky in there.
Does it look like the mucus sac is... you could collect it?
Ooh. Ooh.
Possibly.
I use Maolmuire to do more experiments on people in town and blame on my clerics.
Did promise Jan if we
I'll
would
have this
take
cake, yes, thank you.
samples back.
I'm sorry, I was being distracted with birthday cake. What was it?
Birthday cake is always good.
Mm.
I just said we promised Jan if that would take samples back.
Is the
Rastvyn didn't tell us about the silver pouch, did he?
I'm going to go back and I'm saying if the air's clearing in that area, Jamie, I want to go back and climb down into the pit.
Yeah.
If they're collecting samples while they're doing their harvesting bit, I'm gonna. If they're not moving on, I'm gonna go back down into the pit.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna have a look in this pit then. All right.
The large vines going down, you said, isn't it?
There are, yep. They thin out as they get towards the bottom, but they sort of drape over this fish skin sack.
I'm gonna try and move my way down there. If it looks, how deep's the pit?
5 foot.
I'm just gonna sort of clamber down over the edge into the pit and have a look at this sack.
Okay. So while Rastvyn's doing that, the rest of you, some of you are collecting some samples for, in some fashion, are you? Yes.
I'm not. Yeah. No, I'm just keeping a sharp eye out. In fact, I'll go a bit closer to the pit and just. Where's Rastvyn? And I'll
I'll move my coat. Sorry, I'll be sort of here clambering down the pit.
All right, I'll move around the other side and just keep an eye on him.
Is there a door at the other end of the room, Jamie, when we came in?
Thank you.
Archway.
An archway. Is it open? The archway.
It is. It's a corridor just beyond it.
That's fine.
Are there any vines in the way of the corridor, or is it just straight open? The vines follow in through the door?
The vines stop at the perimeter.
Okay, so they don't, like, create a door with the vines or anything?
Yeah. So now you've come further across this room. You can see, again, water has poured through the ceiling here, enhancing the growth of it. But unlike some of the other rooms, and this is particularly to Till's view, looking at the stonework, you think that maybe this actual room has been cultivated to have these vines grow in this way. It looks as if the room has had channels cut in to funnel this water to keep these vines with the sustenance they need. The corridor beyond is completely dry.
Does that mean that the beholders are growing in it?
Could be.
I don't know enough about thingies to be looking for like spores that grow things.
Can I see if I can cut a 2 foot long piece of vine using my dagger?
Okay. You want to cut through a piece with your dagger, yeah?
Yep.
All right. You take your dagger and slice into it. It's quite thick, quite hard. It's like trying to slice a particularly tough vegetable, but your dagger cuts into it with a bit of pressure. The sap squirts out.
Can I cut like the other end to take a good 2 foot long piece of this vine?
Okay.
I'm gonna take a leaf out of Rastvyn's book, really, and use my mace again to stab at the square in front of me, 5 foot in front of me, move forward.
Yeah, I'll be following Gartok. At least close by.
So, here we are.
All right.
hammer it with a mace, and if nothing happens, I'll move forward and carry on.
Okay. So as you do more damage, sap pours out these things, but it seems to be mostly harmless. No more gases are emitted by any of it. It just makes the area around it even more sticky and unpleasant to walk through.
I'll find room in my backpack and put it in. Pick up the vase, being careful not to get the substance wet. There's lots of little gremlins jump out when it does.
Yeah, is there any liquid or just water?
And I'll start following Gartok and Till.
Okay. So Rastvyn, down in the pit. You easy drop down there. The fish scale sack is just with a piece of this small vine draped over the top of it.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to go back. I did not realise that Rastvyn was down in the pit.
I'm stood next to him.
When I went away, I didn't realise he was down there.
No worries. I'm going to try and pull this sack. It is like a sack, yes? Made out of like a fish skin, you're saying?
It is, yes. A large fish, whatever it was.
But it's not like a skin of a fish that's not a sack. It's an actual...
It's an actual sack, yes. You can see a bulge in it where there is something in there.
I'm going to try and extricate it from the vine.
Okay.
I've still got my pole properly, so if I'm just going to put my pole in, lever the vine off and pull the sack out.
Yeah, you move the vine to the side. It comes up away with a sticky string of residue as you pull it off.
If the sack comes up, I'll pop the sack just up on the side, get myself out, pick it up, and then say, should we follow? We'll look at this later.
Okay.
I noticed it when I came past.
Right.
It's unusual at times.
Let's just move on then. Hey, wander over. And catch up with Gartok.
Okay.
We'll dash to try and catch up with the party if they're moving down the corridor. We're gonna tap, tap, tap.
That's my plan. Just kind of tapping the square ahead, wait to see how it happens, and continue on.
Okay. So, all making your way past the room, you find yourself in this dry corridor. It continues on to a short distance, and then ends in a door. A wooden door.
So I guess I just keep tapping my way forward.
Tap the floor. No, nothing is set off. To get all the way up to this door without dying.
Alright. What sort of door was it? Sorry, is it like a wooden door?
Just a wooden door. Wooden door, yeah.
I'll try and open it.
Okay. You reach down to the metal ring and the door opens in. The door is quite stiff. The hinges squeak, but easy enough that you suspect it's been opened recently. Torchlight hits you as you look into this room. This unusually shaped room. It's got a circular pattern on the floor and something of a cat theme. There's a huge head of a cat mounted on one wall. Huge! A gargantuan scaled cat head. Just the head and the claws poking out of one wall as if a mounted trophy, with a ring of small lit candles around it. There are other small cats stuffed and mounted on pedestals all around the perimeter of the room. In the centre is one large tiger. This tiger, again, is stuffed, and you can see by the state one eye is missing and a small piece of the sand is visible within. You can see it, there's stitch marks all across the chest. There are a number of exits from this room. Allow me to reveal it to you, and then you can see.
Oh wow!
The cat room.
Okay,
That's a big ass tiger.
it's very big.
That's fucking huge.
Okay, so the exit you come through, there's an exit off to your right hand side, an exit to the left,
Yeah,
an
Yeah.
exit over there as well.
yeah. Okay.
Tentatively move in so people can get through.
Where am
Okay.
I? Slowly follow everyone else in. Everyone else is moving in.
So the cats that are around the room are put in all kinds of poses. Some are sitting, some appear to have been mounted as if they're stalking. Now you're further into the room and you can see the other walls. You can see that there are skins of cats everywhere. What looks like a tiger, a lion skin with an intact full head, all nailed up on this wall, almost concealing the brickwork. There is that many of these things strung up. Now that you're in fully, immediately to your left, Gartok, immediately on a raised platform is a statue of what looks like a cat man. Half, like the lower half of a body of a man. Muscular torso, but arms that stretch out to have more feline paws and claws. Posed as if to attack, but the head is full on as if it is a cat, like a tiger's head. He has 6 nipples across his chest, down, much like you would. While it's a humanoid body, it's got that cat-like feature.
Nice.
A jagged scar runs along the left side of this statue's chest. It's he's got mounted next to him, just behind his claw, a large spear is sticking out of the base. It's a stone spear, but the head of it has a silvery hue to it.
A creature I've never seen before.
Khajiit wishes to trade. I'm gonna take a look at the tiger in the middle. Damn it,
Yeah, look at the tiger in the middle. Okay.
Is that a sword there?
Where?
Next to where I'm now standing.
So that's where the statue is.
Ah.
There. No, it's not a sword.
Right, okay.
And move to this
I'll move
western
next
door.
next to Till.
Try it.
Okay. Okay. This door opens immediately for you, Gartok. Revealing a short corridor. Till, you go over to the the stuffed tiger in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
As I said, you can see its one eye is missing, and the sawdust that's stuck within is real to you. You can see the stitch along one side of its body, as if the whole thing has been made and then damaged at some point and then stitched shut again.
Can I cut the stitch in?
Okay.
I feel like it's a bad idea now.
You can if you want to, I suppose. It's just
yeah,
stitching.
I'm gonna do it. I've already said it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So you go over to do that. Gartok, you open this door. You've got a number of statues down this corridor, each with pole arms angled towards you. At the end of the corridor is a set of double doors, and on the doors appears to be an etching, fully visible this time. Everywhere else you've been on and seen on the doors, the etchings have been rubbed out or scratched away. In this case, it's a full mounted image of a tiger-like man.
And are the statues like a tiger-like creature?
The statue in this room is a tiger-like man. Yeah. All the other things in the room are just cats in one way or another.
I mean, you said there was statues in this hallway.
Oh yeah, sorry. The statues are they are the snake-like men that you've seen before.
Oh, okay.
You know, you said that there was that half man statue, half man, half cat,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a stone spear with a silver tip.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like within reaching distance?
You'd have to go right up next to him.
Where? Which one was he? Sorry.
So he is here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got too many tooltips open.
Right
He's right up there. He's mounted up there, claws out, and the stone spear is right next to him.
Okay. Wow. Well, when you guys move, then I'll move round.
I'll move down to there, and I'll just try that door in the bottom corner. And just slowly and carefully open it up.
Okay. You're going to do that door. Okay. Harbinger, are you going for this spear? Did you decide to or not?
I would like to, but I'm gonna wait a moment because. Oh, do you know what?
I was like you. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna cut this open.
I'll step to there, so Gartok's in my aura instead. And I will just. I want to put my hand around the rod.
Right.
The bottom of it. I want to take it in my hands. Both hands. I heard what Tracy said.
Right. So you're going for that. I just want to make sure everybody gets, a chance to do something.
I'm basically just touching it briefly to see if it's magical.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So I'll just just touch it, and then if it's not magical, I'll
I'm just gonna touch the
stay
tip.
there.
Maybe stroke the tip a little bit.
See if anything magical happens.
Maolmuire?
Stroke the tip a little bit, see if anything magic happens.
What's Maolmuire going to do?
Maolmuire's not really interested in this
Send
crazy cat
Send us
room.
all to go.
Some kind of fetishization of shows a lurid mind. Obviously, let us leave this sick and twisted place as quickly as possible. How many doors were there in this room?
3. Or 4
Where
if
was
you can the one we came through.
Another one up here,
Okay.
Archie.
Oh, what the hell? I'll go and open that, shall I?
You just open all the doors. Why not? Okay.
Yeah, you just open them and
See
go, oh,
what
excuse me,
jumps out.
sorry, and close it again.
As you go over to open that door, as Corym is opening the other door, Gartok's opened that door on that side. Till is trying to find out what he can find inside this stuffed tiger. Dramos.
Is there anything around the statue up here? Or is that just picture decoration?
It's a big.
You're going to go over and have a look, I presume. Or are you saying at a glance?
So when we came into the room, you described the room. I'm just going off what I can see of the room. Is there anything kind of like...
These were all small pots with candles mounted in them. So the light flickers up underneath the tiger head.
It's a big tiger.
I'll stay where I am, and kind of like, yeah, I'll watch what Harbinger's doing.
Okay.
Father Hal would have a gourd of lube.
Watching what Harbinger's doing, Rastvyn.
I'm accompanying Corym over to the door. I've moved myself over beside Corym, so I think he's here, isn't he? Just down here.
Yeah,
I've come over to look at him opening the door up.
Okay. So the first person on my list there was Till. Till, you get your knife and you just slide it into the stitching and pop the first bit of stitching. As you do, a bit of sand of stuffing pours out onto the floor. Harbinger, you go over reaching for the spear to determine whether it's magical. As your hand reaches towards it, his stone hand, comes back and wraps around the spear. His stone-like appearance changes to an orange-furred, striped skin, and he moves back into a lunge position.
I did not expect that. 'Cause I will...
Your roll initiative is what you're going to do.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
My back's to it, lad.
Oh, wow. It's about time I did that.
I remember reading a David Gemmell book many years ago, and that had something similar where they were, I think they were called splices or something like that.
Change things.
Change things.
Are we changing
The stirrup Starsea stones.
Joinings.
Joinings.
Yeah,
Are we all rolling initiative or just
Everybody's going to roll initiative, yeah. There's a hostile in the room.
Hostile.
Hostile in the room. Gartok, kill.
That cake was super sticky.
Yeah.
That cake looked good.
Somebody use that.
Oh, I'm far too occupied
Go
by
on, Rastvyn.
the back of Corym. I'm even slower than Corym. I mean, come on.
Wow, how many 11s?
Yeah, I know.
Could you technically not disarm him if you've got your hand around the spear?
She didn't even get to touch it.
Oh, boo.
Didn't even get to
It was
touch
too
it.
tentative in her feelings.
I should have been more abrupt.
I mean, I don't get, I've got alerts, so I don't get surprised, so I'll just look at it and be like, I've got it. Keep putting the stitch in.
He's going to get a surprise round.
Yeah.
I justify that entirely by my lead player saying, I did not expect that. Unless you have something that says you can't be surprised in this round.
Me,
it's going to be his round again before it's yours anyway.
That's fine. I rolled pretty low.
No, you will go on the first round. You will go on the surprise round because you avoid it. All right. So he lurches forward and trying to hit Harbinger. 21.
No.
The silver head of the spear bounces off your Darius shield, skidding along the side.
Corym shield.
He pulls back, and he will further take. He can take a second one of those attacks. He's going to miss with the second one, and he can take a claw attack as well. That's a natural 20. Thank fuck for that.
It works! It works, goddammit!
You've just gone normal like the rest of us now.
All right, that is 15 points of damage as his claws rake across your face, Harbinger.
Alright. Ow!
Do you have to
Don't
drop the
look good.
spear to do the quarter attack?
So that makes it Till's go.
Oh, I suppose I'll have to be disturbed, won't I? Now that he's actually hit you. I'll take a step into the aura, away from what I was doing.
I'll say you got as far as you sliced part way across this thing, so a whole bunch of sawdust fell out of the stuffed cat before you saw this, and you stopped. Now it's your go.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to take a step to the side, and I am going to attempt to Sacred Flame.
Alright.
He's probably got a pretty high dexterity, to be honest.
Catman.
But the DC save and throw is 14, and the dexterity save.
Dexterity save.
14 or higher is what you're looking for.
Ooh, yep. 15.
15, yeah, okay, that's fine. Do I want to do anything else? Do I need to do anything else? No, I will just... I suppose I will just get ready. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just prepare myself for more. Don't be surprised, I'll just take it to a step to the side and go to Sacred Flame it. Yeah. Not
Okay.
much more I can do, you know.
Alright. That it?
Yeah, that's me passing.
Okay. So now we come to the top of the round proper. It's Gartok.
Gartok.
I'll take a step 5 feet down, and I'll just take 2 swings at the cat-like creature that's attacking Harbinger.
Alright.
Can you take one more step and get advantage? Would you fit?
Nah, he's not
I think there's part of the wall there. I don't think I can fit. So.
Yeah.
20 for 11 damage.
11 damage. Okie dokie.
And second swing, just a 15 to hit. If that hits, and it's
That is
14
going to miss
damage.
him. He will step out of the way of that.
And that's it.
That's
all
you
done.
done. It's him. He... agilely steps to the other side of Harbinger. He does not provoke.
Okay.
He will attempt a spear attack on Harbinger again. That is a 24.
Damn!
Only just.
We're back. We're back!
Back.
11 points of damage.
Jamie with the attempt to kill us again.
Second spear attack. You hold the shield at this time. It misses. He wheels round and goes to slash out at Dramos with his claw. He's going to miss Dramos with his claw.
Wow,
What?
it's a miss.
Really?
Holy shit.
My dice goes to -5. That's how I missed him.
Holy shit. Yeah, -5 on the attack. Like,
But that's his go done. It's Harbinger.
Alright.
well
He's
done, Drama.
breathing heavily. It's completely feral and animal-like, not like an intelligent being.
Alright. I'll be just going to step to there. And
Dramos is like, holy shit, oh, it's advantage.
I'm going to draw Tyrock's Reaper.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and hurt him.
Tyrock's Reaper. You just have like, do you have a scabbard that's got like 4 different swords?
She's got the sword.
Oh,
She's got the sword from the Sword and the Sorcerer. If you've ever seen that film.
yes.
Oh my god, that's was that the 3-bladed one?
It was, yeah.
Oh god.
It's not good. If they shoot out, I'm going to do it again.
Okay, go for it.
Second attack. It was slightly better.
28. Slightly better.
Yeah,
Double.
that's going to do it.
Oh. Look at
28.
that! I rolled a 1 still. It's 7. Sorry, it's 10 slashing. No, it's 7 slashing, 3
3 radiant.
divine. Yeah.
Okay.
Get there eventually.
All right. You rake across his body, and while you feel you injure him, the red gem-like protrusions that make the serrated edge of it don't seem to penetrate his skin in any way. They just scrape across the surface of him. Are you done?
Stone.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. I think it is. Corym's go.
Okay, I shall stop before I open the door.
Let's trigger all of the encounters immediately.
Your hand goes to turn the
I will look around, most notably at the statue directly in front of me, and then
smash the statue in front of you.
again I shall take my crossbow out and get it ready to fire. I'm in no hurry, everyone looks to be in control.
Alright. So, is that you done?
That'll be me done, yes.
Maolmuire.
Okay, Maolmuire will turn around. The creature
That's good movement now.
pause for a second. And then lash out with a Toll the Dead. Can I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
17.
That's good.
Yes.
Pretty good, yeah.
The tray has been powered up.
All for you. Okay, that's all I'll do, thank you.
Alright, Dramos.
Can I have an intelligence saving throw, please?
Intelligence is 1.
Oh, it's not good. It's a 5.
It takes 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And
And then...
it must subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Cool. Okay.
As I cast Mind Sliver on it. And I'll stand my ground.
Saving throw like ability check.
Ooh, nice.
Saving throw.
Okay.
That was a min-max damage throw.
Not bad.
Alright, so
I'm gonna have to.
screeched out with that. What else was it on that round after that?
So I'm going to stand my ground, but next time you have to make a saving throw.
Minus 1d4.
1d4. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so it's Till.
He's gonna huff, like... He's gonna walk up and he's gonna try and grapple.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's going for the grapple. Is that just a straight strength? Or an athletic?
Athletic or acrobatic?
I'm a -1 acrobatic.
Oh no, sorry, it's athletics just for you, not acrobatic.
That's a 21 on athletic.
Alright. Till goes up to it, and as it's lashing out with his spear and you grab hold of its arm, and you got it grappled.
Sweet.
Nice.
Natural 1.
No, that'll be my go.
That's because I have encircled your dice tray with a ring of salt.
Would I have broke his arm before I got a nat 20? But yeah, that'll be my go. Just come up.
Alright.
You ain't going nowhere, motherfucker.
Okay. So, Till done. That puts us on to Rastvyn.
Nothing else animated in this room yet, is there?
No.
No.
I like that yet.
if Till is grappling, is he kind of holding it at a distance? Can we get a shot in, or is it going to be?
You can totally get a shot in. All he's doing is changing his speed to 0.
I'm only 4'4".
He can still attack and all of that, and you can attack him.
You're like 2 feet above me, so.
I would like a perception check from Rastvyn as you look around the room now.
That's when that big tiger gets up.
17.
Okay. You look around, the big tiger head doesn't seem to be moving. The sand continues to pour out the jagged cut on the side of the stuffed tiger in the middle of the room. All the other small cats in their various positions still seem to be still, although the light seems to make the shadows of them flicker on the wall.
Let's go with... I'm going to try a chill touch on it. 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
With 8 necrotic.
No fireball, Drama.
Okay.
Not worth it.
All right, 8 points. Yes.
Not that I think it is, but if it is undead and it attacks me, it's got disadvantage.
It's more like animated stone, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is more animated stone.
All right.
That is... Corym's not opening this door, is he?
No, you've
No,
seen
it's
me take my hand away from the handle and
I'm going to move...
start setting up my crossbow.
I'm going to move to... There.
And is that you?
Have we done? Yeah, sorry, done.
Top of the round is Gartok again.
I'll move
Come on,
in
Gartok, pile in.
there.
Okay.
Don't hit me in the head. Don't that one it.
2 more swings, please.
Go for it. Yeah.
28 to hit it for 12 damage.
You smack into him hard, putting a big dent in the side of his ribs.
And second swing, just a 19 this time.
Oh, but
That is a hit.
21.
21 points of damage.
Oh,
Another
how much
smack on the
damage?
side. Another big dent on his chest. I'll take a perception check from Harbinger, Gartok, Till and Dramos.
What perception?
Sight-based.
Sight-based.
19.
17 for me.
16.
We know it's an 18, Paul.
Go, Harbinger.
12.
Go above 10.
It's double digits. Take it.
Yeah, go above 10. Woo.
With advantage, how?
Okay. Dramos, and only Dramos. As it rocks from side to side, being pounded by Gartok, you can see the scar that this thing has on its chest, this jagged lightning bolt shaped scar, glows intensely with each impact. Gartok, are you done?
I am.
Okay, it is his go. Being held by Till, he rocks his arm loose of you. You lurch forward and manage to grab hold of his body, so he's still grappled. He will put in an attack on you, Till, with the spear. 20 to hit, dirty.
Yeah, 20 is exactly what you need.
Okay, that is going to be 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Second one on you, 22 to hit you this time. For
Yeah.
another 9 points of damage. 2 spear jabs. And again, looking around at his targets, he will make the claw attack on Dramos. Natural 1. I missed Dramos.
Woohoo! Oh. Go, Dramos!
Okay, Harbinger, you're up.
Right. I'm going to try and slash at it twice. First attempt. 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
8 magical damage and 3 radiant damage.
Okay. He's still up.
Take another slash at him.
Okay.
This time 24 to hit.
Yep.
That's 10 magical damage and another 3 radiant damage.
Okay. Again, you drag your sword across the body. None of those hooks from the blade getting actually through the flesh, just scraping across the surface. Is that Harbinger done?
Does it look like the cuts that other people are doing are exactly the same as well?
Well, Gartok has dented it,
Okay, yeah.
and the rest of the effects it's had have been magical.
Alright. Okay, I can't tell. That's me done.
All right. Corym.
Okay, I'll take a step away from the from the door. Right, I can see Harbinger and Gartok wailing down on this thing that Till's got grappled. I'll take a look around the rest of the room.
Okay.
I'm not going to attempt for once to fire into combat, but yeah, I'll just have a look around.
Perception
Make
check.
sure. 22.
You pan around, you see most of the, similar to Rastvyn, you see the most of the captives still. The big tiger head is still. Just these shadows behind the Macon and Flick. You can see the sand pouring out of where Till cut open the one cat. And then, just almost imperceptibly, you can see the side of the stuffed tiger in the middle room just pulsing slightly. In and out, just above where the cut is.
I'll take aim and fire a crossbow bolt, and I'll attempt to fire directly into that point.
Make an attack roll, please.
Probably not. 10.
The bolt slams into the side of the tiger, embedding deep in there. How much damage does that do?
9 points.
9 points. Your bolt slams into the side of the tiger. The creature, the tiger man that stood in front of you, freezes, turning back to stone, cracking and then falling to the floor, breaking into separate parts.
I am so sorry.
What about a spear?
Ah.
The spear is intact. The head of the spear is intact, but the shaft was stone as well and shattered. We're out of combat. The bolt that you've got in that you shot in there is the end of it is just moving up and down, just bit after bit, and then slows down and goes still.
It seems there is some magic at play here.
Can I reach down and pick up the head of the spear?
Yeah. Okay.
Are we out of thingy now?
Yes, you are out of initiative. The
Slowly limp back to what I was doing.
the creature here. So the spearhead is just a regular spearhead.
Is there any fancy design about it, or does it just look
No,
like a
just
normal
Plain,
spearhead that we've
plain
seen?
in design, but a normal spearhead mounted on a stone staff.
I'll pop it down on the floor.
Oh,
Did
fuck
anybody notice the scar on his chest glow? Was it just when people were hitting it, or with every attack?
It was all the time, but it grew brighter whenever it was being hit.
Did anybody else notice the scar get brighter when it was hit?
Could not see it from here.
Ah,
No, but it seemed peculiar that damage to the creature in the centre of the room damaged him. The whereabouts was the scar on that? I didn't notice the scar on the tiger man. Was it on the same side and roughly the same place as on the tiger in the centre of the room where Till cut it open?
I'll have a look at the tiger to see where the bolts kind of pumping up and down and where Till's cut it to see whether I think it was the same place on the chest.
Well, one was a man and the other was a tiger, but yeah, roughly.
I think it may have been. Connected in some way.
Should we dispose of this tiger just in case there's anything else connected to it? Your bolt seems to still be moving, Corym.
No, I think it is stilled.
How, Jamie, you know on top pyramid,
Mm-hmm.
what was the size of the actual pyramid itself, and to where? I'm trying to gauge the distance from the area we descended into to the other side of the pyramid.
You would not have gone far enough to go to the other side of the pyramid.
No, but do I know how far it is? Was it
Yeah, roughly.
2,000 foot wide? Was it 1,000 foot wide?
Oh, I
Was it
see. Yeah.
guessing? You know, I can't see.
Yeah. It's not massive. It's not the huge. It's not one of those huge sort of Egyptian-sized pyramids. Yeah, probably 1,000 foot.
I'm gonna cast locate creature, and I'm targeting Datura. If she's within 1,000 feet of me and isn't polymorphed and hasn't got 10 foot wide of running water in a direct path between me and her, I can detect her, know if she's moving, and know the direction of its movement. I'll put it in the.
She is above you and to the northeast.
How far?
I've just located the tour up and to the northeast of us. We should move.
So we need to look for some stairs then.
Less than 200 feet from where you are now.
She's close. I suggest we go left and try to see if we can go up. Oh, actually, where are the doors from these rooms? Sorry, there's a door near us, isn't there?
Yeah.
Who's laughing at us?
What's that noise?
You are weakened. You cannot stand against me. You know this. I can feel the fear on you. I will give you this chance to flee. And I give you my word, I will feed elsewhere for now.
That sounds like a coward's deal to me.
Then come. Come and meet your fate.
Some of us have already met Fates and decided they didn't like him.
Meet your fate. Fuck off with fate.
Can I try and detect where the sound's coming from? Is it just emanating from the room?
It's emanating from the big tiger mouth.
Can we hear it? All of us?
Everyone can hear it.
Right. Gerald will
Right.
be laughing at him.
I'm going to open that door that I'm next to.
And that's where we'll end it for tonight. They're very reasonable just before 11.
I think I might need some healing next time.
I may. I can deal with myself.
Thank you, Jamie.
Okay.
Do I get to find out what's in this